All right, so is the car still available?
Yeah, car's still here. You can come by anytime.
All right, I guess we'll be there in like 30 minutes.
All right, see you soon.
Are we really gonna do this? All right. We might have just made a big mistake. This is the cheapest Porsche 911 in the country, and there's a good reason why I bought it. In fact, the only reason this channel exists is because of this car, and to understand that, we're gonna need to rewind.
Well, it's November 15th, 2003. And what is today?
My birthday.
Yeah, and how old are you?
But Daddy,
Yeah,
the grown-ups can stay at the birthday.
the grown-ups can or can't?
They can. Because I like to see their cars. That's why I said they can.
Yeah, we'll have to meet them outside so we can see all their cars, right? Oh, what's that?
Alexander!
Oh, look at that, it's Alexander!
It's just Porsche.
It's a Porsche! I love Porsches.
Oh, how did you know it was a Porsche?
Listen to the sound of it. Isn't that a nice sound?
Oh, their dog!
For as long as I can remember, my dad has loved Porsches. He would actually get incredibly excited every time one would just drive by us. And a 911 was actually his dream car, but sadly, he was never able to get one. When I was in high school, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and the doctors gave him a high chance of beating it, but sometimes life takes turns you can't predict. Now, he went through treatment for years, which gave us some time together, but with things like this, they can be super unexpected. And a few years ago, he actually lost his battle to cancer and passed away. When he got sick, my dream was to buy him a GT3, which was his dream car. But as you could imagine, I didn't have the money. However, I do have the money to buy this bad boy. Now, of course, I can't give this car to him, but I can do the next best thing. Build this 911 into the coolest Porsche as a tribute to my dad and the car that we both love so much. Now, you might be wondering, Jackson, how cheap was the cheapest running and driving Porsche 911 in the country? Well, she cost me $15,000. And your next question might be, why was it so cheap? And it's not just because of these headlights, which a lot of people don't like. There's an explanation. This 1999 beauty has 175,000 miles on it, which is all good and well, but it's also got 3 accidents. Not great. But honestly, you'd never be able to tell. So we're gonna turn this into the coolest Porsche 911 the internet has ever seen. This is the cheapest running and driving Porsche 911 in the entire country. And if you want a hint as to what our plan is, well, you'll have to stick around to the end, because first, we need to know everything wrong with this car. And based on the price, well, I think there might be a lot. So that's why we're here at Auto Engineering in Lexington, Mass, to find out exactly everything wrong with the cheapest 911. We're here at Auto Engineering. This is Rick, the owner, and he's gonna help us figure out what's wrong with the 911. First, Rick took the car for a drive around the block to see if he felt anything weird. How's it feeling?
It actually feels really good.
Yeah, I feel like something has to be wrong, but for some reason, it's pretty good. It's so
Shockingly good.
Yeah, that's been the conclusion so far.
Yeah, let's put it up and go over it.
I like putting cars up in the air. Till Rick sends me the bill. Looking down there. Ooh. A little dirty, but not a lot of rust or anything.
Just checking out your sway bar bushings.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm assuming if anything, the bushings are probably
Yeah, a little tired.
there.
Yeah, a little tired. Usually when they're pretty worn, you'll see rust billowing out because there's a gap.
Gotcha.
Seem pretty tight, but they are. I mean, I heard a little bit of bushing noise.
When you took it out?
Yeah. The shocks aren't leaking. Let's work our way back.
Oh, definitely some liquid of some kind.
This is drier than cars with half the mileage.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like too good of news. That's terrifying. We just take it 5 minutes around the block, just blows up.
Some residue here, blowing back.
I sort of have a sneaking suspicion that somebody rebuilt the engine at some point for a car with so many miles, but...
Near the cam cover, we have some oil leaks. See right up here.
Oh, yeah. But it's not pissing oil.
No, it's not pouring out. Engine mounts have a little sagging to them.
Where do you see that?
Way up there. Usually when these tips hang a little lower, it's the engine mounts sagging a little bit.
Oh, really? Okay. We're changing the exhaust next, so stay tuned for that. But looking at the bolts, it's gonna be, that's the only part that is rusty. So that'll be fun.
It's really, so far so good. Even like this rear main area, usually be coming out, you'd be oil dripping out of here, and it's pretty dry.
That's good to know.
A lot of just residue from all the miles on it.
General gunk.
There's your oil separator if you want to see that. So right up here,
Oh yeah, okay.
dry,
Nice.
looks newer.
That does look a lot newer.
CV boots, secure, not leaking. Yeah, I'm impressed.
We did it!
Somebody drove through a drive-through car wash though.
Oh, definitely.
Is that how you can tell?
Oh yeah.
That's like really
What's
the only
that
way
from?
to curb in
It
inside.
grabs the wheel and
like
pulls you
a
through.
scrub and up car wash.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
This might be the only time in my life I get a passing grade on anything.
Right on there. I mean, it's really pretty good.
You seem a little bit impressed.
I'm very impressed. Nice work.
Yes, all me, I guess. Thank you, previous owners who slammed it into other vehicles. At least you kept everything else good. At least you repainted it.
Maybe it was just such a bad crash that they had to replace all.
Nothing even looks like bent.
Yeah, it feels tight. A little bit of creaks, which would be these bushings here that I just felt.
Okay, just
Those
a
are
sway bar.
Rear sway bar bushings.
That's pretty straightforward.
Nice work.
I want to see if I can find any of the crash damage.
Do you know what you're looking for?
No. I'm gonna take a peek. It's gotta be in there somewhere. Looks good to me. I can't see anything.
Well, we can scan it too. It's on the
let's
computer.
do it. If you had to list so far what you've seen, what do you think would be?
I mean, maybe
the main
let's
stuff?
do some maintenance work to it. Make sure the oil's fresh, brake fluid. That cabin filter was pretty gross. I would say spark plugs, air filter.
Brake pads, probably.
Soon. The fronts, the rears, let's see. You know, they have probably 8 or 9 millimeter left, so you have some time on those. Tires, you know, in great condition. You have a couple more years with the time limit on them,
Gotcha.
if you don't burn them up by then.
What's the typical time of that?
7 years.
7 years. It's hard to burn these ones up. Just because on the 911, it's not the easiest car to spin the tires on. It's a little bit underpowered. Yeah. Not this one, that's for sure. That's awesome. Should we give it a scan then and see what
Yeah, let's scan
pops
it.
up?
Yeah, let's see if there's anything.
Detrimental things. I'm just waiting for something bad to happen now.
Kind of nerve-wracking.
I know. Just for a little background, the car itself was from a very, very small dealership. That's where we found it. They had no idea the history of the car. It was pretty much just traded into them for what I imagine was something newer. I don't even know what he got. We sort of took a gamble on it because hard to pass up on the cheapest Porsche 911 that runs and drives and is manual. So what are we looking for here mostly?
Scan the engine to see if there's anything in the DME
Gotcha.
survey says. Wouldn't worry too much.
One code?
That's all?
That's all.
I'm blown away. That's crazy. That's the luckiest I may have gotten. I should get a lottery ticket.
Title of the video: Nothing's wrong with the cheapest 911 in the country.
Turns out it's great. I can't tell if I wanted something to go wrong or if I'm happy that nothing is wrong with it. That's good for us.
Yeah, saves us money that we don't have.
Not
More
so
money
good
for fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
No codes present.
Good.
Great. I've never heard anyone say that to me about a car before.
Get
I
the,
thought I was going to be the savior of this car. It might be the opposite of the truth. That's the only thing wrong with this car.
Yeah, it's not the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Because the car's been in a few accidents, Rick decided we should do a paint meter test. And well, check this out.
A little thick.
They laid it on.
I'm not a body man, but usually we like to see between 3 to 6 mils. Fender had about 8. Uh-oh, we struck gold here.
Bondo. Oh no!
She's a little thick back here.
A little thick never hurt nobody. A little thick in the rear is where you want it. That's all right.
So that's perfect.
For
right?
reference.
Yeah.
Wow, they really painted that.
Yeah, so I'd say maybe the majority of it was that left rear.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it might have been repainted, but still.
Still around the right.
Yeah.
The right numbers.
The depth.
So everything's going well so far. The car is much cleaner than me or Will were expecting it to be. It's a 911 that was being sold at an independent dealer that no one knew anything about. So, kind of a mixed bag. You never know what you're getting, but I think we've lucked out. The only thing we can see so far is some general wear items, and then obviously that rear panel that's clearly been repainted and bondoed. But now Rick is writing up a full itemized list of everything wrong with the car and what it would cost to get it right. So, you know, we've come to the right place. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad. We'll have to see.
All right, here's the verdict.
What's the damage?
So, PPI, 278, kind of going through everything we did. Major service kind of gives you like a, be up to par with everything. Air filter, cabin filter, spark plugs, wiper blades, tri-belt, key battery, oil change, a little over $1,500. At the same time, we usually offer replacing the ignition coils.
Okay.
There's no labor involved, just to put the updated ones in there. If they're not in there, $340 just for the parts. Brake fluid flush, do every 2 years, no history on the car. $129.99. Those rear sway bar bushings, $181 installed.
Not terrible.
Engine mounts, I mean, we could see that they were sagging a bit. The exhaust tips were settling down. Felt a little bit of clunking when shifting. Nothing crazy, but if you want to do those, $1163.
Because you have to, what, drop the engine?
You have to sport the engine and just take it all apart to get to it. Yeah, the majority of it, honestly, is just the parts.
Gotcha, okay, so not bad.
And then these are some of the maybe do. The front brakes you're going to need at some point. Both rotors, brake pads, hardware kit, and the sensors, a little over $1,200 installed. And then the other thing we didn't really talk about is the IMS bearing. 996, 986 Boxsters. They have a failure, as most people in this Porsche community know. We used to do the LN engineering one, which includes the updated intermediate shaft bearing, all the parts associated with an oil change, and that's just under $3,000 installed.
Okay, so because to do the IMS engine out.
Transmission out.
Transmission out, okay.
Yeah. Transmission out, clutch comes out. We offer a clutch at the same time, you just pay for the parts.
Because why not, while you're in there?
It's like taking your shoe off and not replacing a broken sock.
Yeah, with that, I feel like there's always, when you do automotive work, a while you're in there sort of thing.
Yeah, just one of those things that makes sense, but honestly, that's pretty much it. The car was clean for $175,000.
So what's the grand total if all that work were done?
If you did everything, which some of it you don't need right now, but it's about $10,000.
Gotcha. Okay, honestly, I mean, close to obviously the price of the car, but all things considered, most of that is the IMS.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to go wrong with those, but in terms of all the most necessary stuff, it's pretty good.
Yeah, straightforward maintenance.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, if you have a car, you need to get it right, bring it over to Rick at Auto Engineering, and he'll take care of you. He's the best. Their shop is, I was just saying, literally the cleanest shop around here. So yeah, definitely come on by.
AutoEngineering.com, Instagram, Auto Engineering Lexington.
Thanks, Rick.
No problem.
So I have the bill here. Like Rick said, there is some stuff that we could do, like the IMS, although it's not super necessary at this time, and that's a bulk of the cost out of that $10,000. If we wanted to do a lot of the more deferred maintenance, that would be about $3,000. Since we're a YouTube channel, and since we are not the richest folks in the world, we will be doing most of this work ourselves. So you should go buy our merch. Or an extra wallet. Once we take care of this maintenance, we'll be able to get into the bulk of the build. And if you want a little hint, think off the beaten path. Hopefully that'll give you some ideas. Drop a comment if you think you know what's going to happen to this Porsche. So you just bought a car and you want to start modifying it. I'd guess you're probably thinking of doing an exhaust first. And that's because as car enthusiasts, we understand what makes a car so special is the way it sounds. I can still remember one day where I was sitting with my dad and a Ferrari 360 tore past us, and both of us just loved hearing it go by. And that's why the way a car sounds is so important. It's the car's personality, its voice, its attitude, something non-car people will never understand, but something that connects you and I to our machines. And that can either be exemplified or ruined by which exhaust you have. And that's why we're putting this $5,000 exhaust on the cheapest Porsche 911 in the world. And with it being nearly half the price of the car, well, it should be interesting. A lot of you were probably like me. When I was younger, I wanted to make my car as loud as possible for as cheap as possible. This was my WRX, and it had an incredibly loud exhaust on it, which shot flames. However, that's only because it was running worse than a lawnmower. And this is Will's first car, a $500 Buick, where we chopped off the mufflers just to make it louder. That one is a little bit more excusable. But the benefit of spending money on a good exhaust, like this one from Soul, is that not only does it sound great, but it also helps the car's performance. They think about things like back pressure and bends, something I completely don't understand, but that is what makes a great exhaust. And spending money with a company like Soul means you're gonna get the perfect exhaust for your car. So if you're looking for an exhaust for your car, go check out Soul.
The first step is pretty obvious. Get rid of the old exhaust. Luckily, we have friends with lifts and other friends like Noah who can help us with the install. Even with all that though, working on older cars like this is never as easy as it seems.
Oh, wait. Wrong way. Oh. Were you tightening No, wait. It needs to, no, other way.
You guys don't know your rights from your lefts. That's the issue that I come across with these gentlemen.
Yeah, that's the truth. I'm pretty bad at that. I didn't do well in school, guys, all right? I make YouTube videos for a reason. I keep saying that, but it's true.
That's what I was doing.
This is a professional strap.
It's good.
Porsche techs do this at Stuttgart.
That's what they do at Stuttgart.
We've reached its restless frequency.
Let him cook.
Oh, all right.
That's all right.
This one broke, unfortunately.
It opened it up.
But it's
The clamp is open.
yeah, the clamp is open.
Because this car has been driven over 180,000 miles, these bolts have seen better days. They're rusted and super brittle, making it a real pain to work on this thing. One of the biggest issues is just getting a socket onto the corroded bolts. They have a layer of grime, which means the correct socket doesn't really fit. So, time to use a little brute force and ignorance. My favorite.
Sometimes all you need is an idiot and a hammer. Wait, can you get? Well, that thing's on.
It's getting there. Keep more hammering. We want that seriously.
One truth that we've all been waiting for.
Come on.
Pushing hard against it.
Yes! Yes! Let's go!
The last step before we can take the exhaust off is to remove the hangers that hold the muffler on. The only issue, it's super tough to get your hands in there.
Oh, he did that.
My thumb still hurts, but we got the mounts off. So now it's finally time to get the old exhaust off.
Muffler off time?
I think so. I'm gonna grab this because this is gonna come off. So you go grab the muffler then? You don't have one? No. How heavy is this?
No, you guys can do it.
Okay.
Or I'll do that.
It's got a lip, so it's a little
There,
pain in the ass.
that's out.
There's a lip, there's a lip.
Okay, number one. Is that gonna slide out? Here, can I try to jimmy it out? I think the tire, I think Mike was right. I think we gotta take this.
Well, this is now just resting.
Well, it's better than pulling it out.
No, I know.
Take the wheel off.
If we take the wheel off, we'll be able to go way far back.
Alright, let's just take the wheel off then.
To get the mufflers out, it's easiest to just take the wheels off. And as you can see, it works like a charm.
There we go. All right.
Booga booga!
Where we at, lads?
All right, well.
So we just got this pipe on with this clamp connected, and both O2 sensors threaded through. We had to rev them up and over the rear brace, and then we got this muffler on loosely. We need to tighten it down, and then get the other pipe on, and then she's ready to rip.
Let's do it, dude. That's sick. I love that I have friends that will do work on my cars for me. No questions asked. I call this guy, he's like, yeah, I'll be there. Thanks, Noah.
At this point, it's pretty simple. We just need to reattach all of the old clamps to the new exhaust.
My high school geometry teacher said I'd never be anything. Look at me now.
Oh, maybe she was right.
This is exhausting.
Oh, wait, I didn't even realize. I didn't have exhaust pumps.
Nah, you've exhausted them all.
I have back pressure. Like I got a part.
That's so stupid.
Right?
Because we're using the old clamps though, they can tend to be a little problematic. But like I said earlier, nothing a bit of brute force can't solve.
Tap it. Tap it. No, just from the bottom, just from this end.
It's falling off this side. Fun, it's bolted on the top, bro.
That's not.
Yeah, that is a bolt through the top.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. It will not go past it. It won't fall off that.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will. It is not. Bro, there's not a bolt in the middle of it. How would it slip onto something?
What?
Nice. Last step, we got these X50 tips from like the 911 Turbo with the power package. These will look much better than the factory ones, so
These are cool.
after we put these on, we can turn the car on. I'm very excited to hear it.
With the tips finally on the car, it's ready for its first start.
First startup of the 911, I'm gonna let Noah start it because I want to hear it from the outside. Ready? Yeah. That's a lot louder than before. Oh, dude, I love doing an exhaust on a car. There's something about it. I can't stop smiling. Oh my god. That sounds sick. This might be the perfect setup. Soul really knows how to put that thing together. That's good. Before we do any more mods, we need to fix a few issues.
First, this car needs new spark plugs and coil packs because honestly, it's running terribly. Second, the transmission needs a flush because it's pretty clunky and not working so good. Third, the radio doesn't work, which is incredibly frustrating because I like to listen to music while I'm driving. Fourth, and most concerning, are the engine mounts. It feels like the engine literally wants to come out of the car every time I drive it. But also, we have a new issue. This lovely wheel here. We actually popped the tire on the way back from an event, so we're gonna change that today as well. We have the 911 in the garage, and we also have a special delivery from FCP Euro, who's helping us out with this video. They've sent everything we need, beautifully laid out here, to fix the car because it desperately needs help.
If you guys need any parts for your European car, definitely check out FCP Euro. They're the best in the business. They always have everything I need, and their customer service is top notch. So check them out at the link down in the description.
We've got some lovely transmission fluid here, 3 bottles worth. We're gonna need to find a pump for that because we don't have one. They have also sent over, because FCP Euro is so organized, all the bolts and nuts and gaskets and things that we need, all perfectly labeled, which is very nice because I will be needing that. We also have this tool to help us with the radio. We have dielectric grease, spark plugs, coil packs, and of course, the motor mounts, which I'm terrified to do because I don't know really what I'm doing at all for that one. That one's the most scary to me. I've done plugs and coils on some cars, never a 911. I've never done motor mounts on any car. So that'll be fun. We're gonna leave that to last, just because if it goes wrong, at least we feel successful in everything else that we've done. So first things first, I think we should probably do spark plugs and coil packs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's jack up the car, which is sitting on top of Noah's incredibly great oil stain. Just so you know, that's not oil from the 911. The 911's kind of fine.
It doesn't leak a
It doesn't
lot.
leak that much oil. That's actually from Noah's Porsche 968. So don't be judging me. That ain't my oil. Jacket it.
Do we want to chalk the front wheels? Probably.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
All right, before the car rolls out the garage, we're gonna chalk the wheels.
All right, we're gonna want some good height on this because we're not working on the lift. And these cars, everything is back here.
And low.
And quite low. So it's just so my face isn't literally pressed up against the exhaust, we're gonna want at least a decent amount of height. These are the classic, probably recalled Harbor Freight jack.
It's a good thing the 996 lane weighs like 2,700 pounds.
Well, it only goes up 1 click.
That's fine.
I hope I don't regret saying this, but there is something fun about working on your own car. That's incredibly rewarding when it all goes right. The only problem is, it doesn't typically all go right. So we'll see what happens today with that.
Dropping her down?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a nice slow ride down. Oh, that's not very slow, is it?
She's sitting nice. Right on the jack point.
All right, they're on there. You might need the flashlight.
Ah. The people love the flashlight.
We've been using this flashlight as a breaker bar for many years. You just empty the batteries out. This is a great piece of kit right here.
It works every time.
Put under technique, ruin the white cheese. Is now. First things first, because I learned this from a video online, is we should probably pull back all of these little dust shields. That way, when we go to take them off, because if we try to take these off first and then try to pull the dust shields away, we're just fighting two different things here. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I said that in a real comprehensive way there. So dust shield off, and then unclick, dust shield, connector, nice. The last one is a real, oh, I should have worn gloves for this. Just rubber out on the ground there. The last one is in a tight spot.
Oh, this would have been a good job to do when we had the entire exhaust up.
Totally smart. That's way too clever for us though. He's diving in, it's quite a tight spot. Whole head in the fender well.
Got it.
Nice, all right. Will figured it out. Sorry, it's very
I did it.
destructive in there for the fingers. I am not excited to try to get the whole plug out because the plug is long. I can show you, for example, what a plug looks like.
The coil.
Or coil, sorry. Let me show you what a coil looks like on this car because it's quite long. This has to find its way out of the vehicle.
And then subsequently back in.
And then back in, although...
We have a little bit of flex here, but we don't want to break it.
Yeah, this can move a little tiny bit to help, but that is such a tight space. I don't know if we can do it, but that's what makes it entertaining, right? First things first, now that we have the actual clip off, we need to get the actual plug out. We have an Allen key. We are a little low on tools, but this should work. I've checked to make sure it's the right size. We just need to make sure these aren't jammed on too bad. So get that in. Oh. Easy. That one's easy, but again, oh no. This is the problem we're gonna run into, is trying to get it out from around all the other stuff that's blocking it.
Is there one on top too, or is it just one?
There is one on top too.
That's heinous.
Okay, so that comes out. We're not reusing these bolts, by the way.
We're not?
No, there's new hardware.
Nice.
Although they're pretty clean.
The bolts on the bottom came out really easy, but as we're about to find out, the bolts on the top are a different story entirely.
That's so slippery, dude. Oh my gosh, it's on there.
Wow.
Why is there 1,000 sharp things down here?
You should have wiped the bolt off.
Yeah, man. Oh, yes. It's out.
You got it? All right.
Yeah, okay.
Get that plug out.
This is, by the way, the easiest one to get out. Ooh, she popping. All right, well, it's grimy. We're a little worried that the spark plug tubes might be leaking oil, which can happen on these cars. It's not the end of the world, but something to think about for sure. Okay, next one, the second most difficult one to get out. Okay, well, that's pretty straightforward. And that one is not greasy. So we can at least pull that out.
We gotta worry about the top ones.
Yeah, something above it must be leaking onto it. This car does have some oil leaks. It'd be hard to get a Porsche that doesn't have any.
A Porsche from 1999.
Yeah, new one. You might be all right.
Probably.
Okay.
Is it greasy?
It's still too tight to tell, but it's not looking great.
The second one came out pretty easy, but now it's time to get out the third, which is tucked so far back, it's almost impossible to get to.
Oh.
Is it coming?
Yeah. Got it.
You got it? Oh, wow.
Hold on.
Okay. So getting it out wasn't too bad.
That was not terrible.
Spark plug out of there.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
So these are out. We have the whole other side to look forward to now, but let's get the spark plugs out and just see how they're looking. These spark plugs, I have no idea how old they are, but we are about to find out. Now to get the spark plugs out, and that's why we have this beautiful 16. I'm hoping this is long enough. You know what? We may need an extension just to be safe. They're gonna guide it down and in. Make sure it's on.
Watch your...
Yeah, that's part of the risk of the job. My knuckle is familiar with every sharp surface. Guys, don't be afraid to do some work on your own cars. I have really no idea what I'm doing here, which means you can do it too. Yeah. If I can do it, you can certainly do it.
Sparking plug. Oh.
Wow, that is covered in oil. Yeah, this is something that we kind of thought might be happening.
that there's a little bit of oil.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, but granted, this has been in there for a long time. It's dry up here, which is vitally good. But this is a problem, for another day.
Just like the coil packs, the first 2 spark plugs came out pretty easily. But because of how small the space is around the third, we needed to get pretty creative.
Now, I have a strategy, folks. My thought is if I drop this into the tube unattached to anything, it'll either be completely impossible to get out. So first, I'm gonna test, if I drop this into the tube, can I then guide this So I'm gonna first see if this will fit before I try that. Yeah, that does go down. So if I bring this in, I think, now let me check one more thing just to make sure our fitment is correct. Can I bring this tool? Yes, okay, so that goes down the hole, which means we can go and drop this in the hole, clip this into it once it's in the hole, and then we can reassemble like a transformer the other side. This cannot be the proper way of doing it.
No, I don't think, this is not what they do in Stuttgart.
Should we try it?
Yes.
This could be fun. If this gets lost in there, it's gonna be a real good time trying to get that. Yeah, all right, let's go. That is now in. I'm just loosely playing it in.
You're gonna have to push it up against the spark plug a little, stuff like.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, this guy, bro. This guy in his brains.
Now, look, I am a genius, which you didn't know about me. I'm an idiot genius. That can't be right.
I'm kind of in shock, though, that this is actually working and it's your idea.
Okay, that's on.
Wow.
And now.
This is thoroughly impressive. I'm gonna give you credit where it's due.
Okay, now here's the interesting part. We need to disconnect the ratchet now, because as we come back, we're bringing the spark plug back, losing space behind the ratchet, and it's getting slammed into something which we'll never be able to get out. But now that it's loose, I think what I can do is detach the ratchet like so. Get that out of there.
Nice.
And then simply twist our way to victory. Okay, so now I think the trick is, it feels pretty loose in there. Yeah, we have it out. But now I can't pull this all the way back.
Yes!
Nice.
Wow.
Whew. That was a horrible way of doing it, but I feel like it was better than
You did it.
Fiddling around for too long. All right, so we'll do that strategy on the other side. But now we just gotta do reverse order.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need another spark plug. We guide this.
Be careful of that.
This is fresh.
You don't want to drop that plug.
Okay, that's guided down the tube.
And now be very gentle with that because you don't want to force the spark plug up against the thing, right?
Yeah. No, I'm in.
You're on?
Yeah, I didn't push too hard. I just got it touching.
Getting the new ones in was much easier now that we invented our own spark plug access method, so it didn't take us too long. We then used the same process on the other side, which went pretty smoothly. And now, with the fresh plugs and coils in, we decided to start the car up to see if we'd actually done everything correctly. This might be a little scary.
Oh, I'm glad that part's over, but we won't know for sure if we actually did the right thing until I try starting the car, which is mildly stressful. So, that's scary.
It's on.
Sounds all right.
Yeah.
Nothing irregular.
We'll call that a win.
Does it sound okay back there?
Yeah.
That's a win, I think. But now we move on to some more things that need to be taken care of.
Somehow, we actually did that correctly. So now it's time for the next challenge, the transmission fluid flush, which we're about to learn may have been a mistake.
That was dramatic.
Ow.
Wow.
I shredded my entire upper body into the car.
That was really dramatic.
That was horrible.
Oh my god.
I hated that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, ready? This is I'm going speed.
All right, ready? Whoa.
Is that good or bad?
It's fine. It's just such an odd noise. I've never heard that one.
That's a strange sound to come out of the car.
All right, well, there comes the stuff.
Oh, it smells really weird.
You guys can't smell that, but God, that smells obscure.
It's an odd scent. It's not bad. It's not good. It's somewhere in between.
It smells like chemicals of death.
Yeah, it can't be good to breathe in all this kind of stuff.
Oh, no, it's fine. God, it really smells whack. Oh, God, I'm gonna throw up, dude. It smells horrible.
Bro, how do I get this off?
I don't know, man.
Man, bro.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that could have been. Oh, it smells so. It smells horrible.
Nah, man, that's a good smell, bro. You don't know fine dining, bro.
With the old fluid now out of the transmission, we need to reseal the bottom plug and then fill from the side. So let's get to it.
Pump. Otherwise, you definitely cannot get the transmission fluid into the transmission. There's no pouring it, the hole is on the side. And these don't have any ability to do that. So luckily, we've gotten ourselves a pump, which should at least make it a whole lot easier, I think. The question is now, how do we open this?
Oh yeah.
It's one of them impossible to open. They sealed it on all sides. They were like, nah, you ain't getting this thing. Pump, fluid, device container. All right, what you gonna do? Crack that open. I wonder if this smells vaguely similar.
Oh God, it smells the same. God, that's. Oh
my goodness.
It's the goop, bro. The fruit.
Oh God, it's. Oh. How you doing? Oh my God, it smells so bad.
I'm starting to get used to it.
All right. We maxed out this one. Oh my God. Bro, y'all are lucky you can't smell this right now. This is horrible. All right, bottle number 2 going dark. All right, we lost the tube for this pump, the long one that actually gets all the fluid out. We lost it in the first bottle.
It was really, truly stupid of us.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I'm gonna pour this into here to get the tube out so we can use it.
Catch it.
Idiot. All right, other way now. It reminds me of the Rick and Morty episode with the lightsaber going through the ground.
All right, well, don't put it in.
All right, consider it wrangled.
With the straw recovered, we were able to get the third bottle into the transmission.
All right, Jackson, what would you rate the transmission fluid experience?
Bro, transmission fluid is like raw sewage. That's horrible.
What was worse, the plugs or that?
The plugs.
Yeah, okay.
The plugs are still worse because my forearms will never be the same again. But I cannot recommend that. That is terrible.
That's something I'd pay someone to do.
I feel like I've lost a few years off my life smelling that.
Wow.
Many hours later.
This is Mike. Mike's helped us with the exhaust video because he has a lovely garage with all the nice things that we don't have. And he also has a tire machine. So we're gonna change the tire out because the tire on the 911 is absolutely shredded. And we luckily bought a new one that came super fast. So let's learn how to do this. I've never done this in my life. We've got Mike here to help us out. He's currently unveiling the machines that we need.
Do it up here. Then maybe one more on this side, then we do the other side.
Oh, you gotta do both sides.
Yeah.
All right, so far enough
you
away.
gotta step on that little step thing there. This one
Right
does
here?
it. Keep your eye on it. Okay, that's good.
Oh, I see. You don't want to slam it into the side of your actual.
You can bang your wheel if you're not too careful.
So one more, like right here?
Yeah, one more.
Close?
You can step on it again if you want. Okay.
Back it off. There we go. Professional right
Well,
here.
that's probably good. Now, you can just put it on top there if you want. Don't have to don't worry about it too much. Let it go.
Whoa, that's sweet.
Now you step on this guy on the left.
All right.
And it just sort of extends the little feet things. That's going to naturally center it.
Oh, nice.
So that's there. Now you already have enough of a break here.
Okay.
Rotate it up there. Pull this little arm down.
This is an operation.
Now, this is where you use these two things, right?
Okay.
So the first one, you're going to have to make a little space so you can get down underneath the tire.
Yeah.
Push that down enough. This gets there, underneath that.
And then you pull this.
But
this
not yet, because there's a bead here that you have to get the tire below the bead, because the tires don't really stretch.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So you see how the tire is kind of getting low underneath?
Yeah.
And once it's underneath that bead, you'll have enough.
Oh, and you get it onto that.
Yes, exactly. There we go. We got it this time. See, this is gonna work.
Oh, I see. Man, those tires stay on there. They don't like to come off.
Right, they don't really. But you see, that was pretty, oh, look at this. Look at all the crap that accumulated in here.
Oh my God, that's what the smell was.
No, that's
It's like
bad.
burning up in there.
It smells like fish.
Yeah, it really does smell like fish.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
All right, that's out. And now we just move this bad boy out of the way. Step 1 done.
Okay, so you gotta lubricate both sides and lubricate the wheel itself.
Yes, yeah, the rubber part for sure, because there's a lot of friction here.
Yeah.
You want this to kind of flow on. Okay, now the first step is we're gonna just push it on like that.
Okay.
And put this down here like this, and then now, literally, I'm gonna push my belly against it. This is going against my belly, and I'm.
Oh my gosh. Wow, the pro strat.
That's all you gotta do. Okay, so that was the easy part.
That was.
Well, but that didn't need any lever.
No, yeah, that honestly worked perfectly.
Up and up.
And now getting it on, is getting it on easier than getting it off?
Usually. You want to help it along a little bit. I'm just gonna, have it go. You see, you got to keep this down below the bead, which is why that's there.
Yeah.
Which is why we're gonna grab the second one.
I'm gonna hold one. You got it.
I got it. So rotate a little bit more.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so you got to keep this below the bead. Let's see if we can do this.
Ooh.
Ta-da. Okay, these go here.
Masterfully done.
Okay. All right. That's what it does. It's gonna do it again. It's gonna scare you.
Woo! All right.
Okay, so we're gonna balance this with, this has different settings. All machines are a little bit different. But we're gonna assume an inside set of weights, outside set of weights. It's a dynamic balancer, so it measures both the imbalance and just sort of the, just where the weights are needed generally. Okay, so now I'm spinning it. This is usually where the hood comes
Yeah, for safety.
Okay, this isn't bad. So this says you need 15 pounds on this side, you need 30 pounds on 15 grams here.
I was gonna say.
35 grams there.
It's a heavy weight we're throwing on
You
there.
see how when you spin it, it tells you where exactly. It's great. I mean,
Oh, that's cool.
This says I need 15 grams.
Right there.
Right. Okay, squeeze it now. So this still may give us something different from what we're.
Oh, so you run it again just to confirm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's the acid test. It tells us now for how much does it need and where.
Oh, it's calculating.
It's calculating. So 0, 0.
Perfectly done.
Boom.
Wow. Easy as that.
That's
straightforward.
The next day.
It's currently day 2. Plugs and coils, done. Trans flush, done. Tire, done. You saw me do the tire last night, and now it is day 2. I wore the same clothes for consistency because I thought it would look better, so you're welcome. Now, we still have 2 things to do. We have the radio, which we need to fix because that is completely not working, and we also have the engine mounts, which we are still saving for last. So let's get the radio done first while we're still clean from yesterday, and then we'll get underneath the car and do the engine mounts. Sound good, Will? Perfect.
Ah.
Oh, there's little slots for
There is. Yeah.
So there's little slots these go into, and
then you just give it a little.
Oh! Unlike a lot of people on the internet, we're willing to admit our mistakes, and we may have bricked our head unit here because it wants a code that we don't have. For security reasons, these, when you pull them out and you plug them back in, they need some kind of security code because back in the day, people used to steal radios all the time. So we don't have that. And that means that this is not gonna happen today. All right, since we didn't get the radio done, we still have the engine mounts to do. So we're so far a success on 3 out of the 5 things. Let's see if we can, get a success on 4 out of 5. It seems like, based on FCP Euro's lovely video online, that we need to take out the air box and the secondary air pump, and we should then get access to the engine mounts. It seems straightforward-ish, but again, this is the thing that actually holds the engine into the car. So we do have to be a bit careful here. So I'm gonna first unplug here the mass airflow sensor. And I believe you just pinch, pull out. Okay, that part, pretty straightforward. We need to take the oil filler That just comes out like that, and you put that to the side. We're gonna undo this hose from the throttle body, and then this should, if I'm not mistaken, it should come out.
Pull up from the back first. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, and then the math. Oh. Don't pull that off your car. You need that. All right, airbox. It's a bit gross, but we'll put that on the ground for now. So this is what's holding the car on. Oh, well, that was rather loose. Interesting.
Stop whacking the car.
It's the inside. Will these work?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they're wide enough.
You didn't even try.
I can just see. You're gonna have to trust me on that one.
I don't.
You don't? All right. Turns out I was right.
You were let me check this. Hold this. Turns out you were wrong.
Oh.
Completely and utterly wrong.
I was wrong.
Every aspect of that.
Secondary air pump. So what we do now, since these hold the engine up, we need to actually jack the bottom of the engine up, get it as high as we can, just so we take some pressure off these engine mounts. And we take these off and we should be good. So you're gonna take your jack, you're gonna take a piece of wood, you're gonna combine the two. I suppose that's enough.
The motor mounts are attached to the engine by a super long bolt, which is honestly not too difficult to get to, but it was on so tight that I was struggling to even get it to budge slightly. So let's see what we can do.
All right, Will was able to break this loose with a little brute force. And now we just gotta feed it out, but it's really on there. It does not. All right, so that sound is the sound of 24 years of grime coming unloose.
Maybe less than 24 years because this car has been in some horrific accidents. That bolt's usable though.
That bolt is pretty solid looking actually, so we can put that back up here. And now we go to the top.
This is actually not that bad.
This is a lot less scary so far than I thought it would be.
Well, this part's a little scary, but...
Yeah, the fact that the engine's being held up by a piece of wood, that part is a little nauseating. First engine mount.
Wow, it just slides right up. All right, see if you can jiggle it.
Oh, bro. I can see some cracking in the rubber. And I can move this. But you can also see how old and dried out that is.
That's pretty loose. Compared to this one?
Can I move that? I can, but
considerably harder to move.
Considerably more difficult to move. This one
just looks bad.
Is completely dry rotted. So this goes in the trash.
Oh, yeah, get those bolts right back in there.
Oh my gosh, I like this. This is much more my speed.
It seems on a 911 that doing the motor mounts is actually pretty straightforward. So we just repeated the process on the other side, put the accessories back on, and now for the actual scary part. Going for a drive and seeing if it all falls apart.
All right, we're pulling out. Let us see. We used to have a huge issue first to second. Let's find out. Oh! It sounds like it's running smoother. The gear shift, it used to be super clunky. You'd have to, if it was cold, it would barely go into second. But dude, that's crazy. It's a massive difference, truly. It feels like it's running a whole lot better than it was before. The shifts, oh my God, the shifts are so good.
This is a different car. This is actually a different car.
Also, every time you would shift or get on and off the gas or onto the clutch, the engine would like, because the engine mounts are so worn out, and now like, just tapping the gas does not do anything to disrupt the back of the car.
This is the cheapest Porsche 911 in the world, and the interior sucks. Yes, it is a Porsche, but it's incredibly outdated, and since it's the cheapest one, it's definitely seen better days. So today, we turn it from 1999 disaster to modern day sports car. This is the current 911 interior, which was top of the line back in the day, and is now incredibly worn down. But I have a solution. This. Many parts from Renline, which if you didn't know is one of the best places to buy your Porsche accessories from. They make everything like interior goodies here, all the way to high performance modifications.
And that's why they're one of the most trusted Porsche aftermarket companies in the world. They make some awesome parts for a few other brands as well, so make sure you check them out down in the description.
As always, I have no idea what I'm doing, so this is a learning experience for both of us. We should probably get started by giving you a quick tour of the inside of the car and what we'll be changing out. So follow me. There's a few things we're gonna change around today that will change the entire inside of this car. First off, the down nether regions. These pedals look like they're off a Toyota Camry. They're also like rubberized, and they've had many feet on them over the years. So I'd love to change those out, and we have the perfect part from Redline for that. Also, these have seen quite better days, and I have a very cool race car-esque solution to that as well. Now, these also don't even clip into anything anymore, so they just kind of fumble around and get stuck behind the gas pedal, which I've heard is terrible. So that's gonna go away too. Also, I have something very interesting to show you. Come on over to the other side. A lot of you probably haven't seen one of these before. Oh, it doesn't even want to work. I don't even frankly know what that is because I'm too young. I believe this is a cassette holder. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what that is.
This here is a cassette holder, which is before my time. Maybe right
This
around
car
my
was
time.
from your time.
Yeah, wait, I was a single year old when this came out. And these, we don't use these anymore as far as I'm concerned. So, oh my God, those are scary. So this whole section is actually gonna pop out because it would clear up the knee room a little bit, and also this is all incredibly outdated. So that's going. Also, radio. We failed that in the last video horribly. They have bricked our head unit here because it wants a code that we don't have. That's on our to-do list of things to accomplish. And we have a beautiful solution to that problem. Me and my dad used to drive around all the time listening to music, and it means a lot to me to be like driving and listen to some old Pink Floyd, things like that. So I would love to get this out and working again. So that's just the beginning of some of the stuff we'll be doing here. A lot of you have asked us to change out this steering wheel. I'm working on it. And the seats, I'm working on it. So keep on watching. These old grimy mats out. Now, you might be thinking, Jackson, well, the logical step up from these mats would be a mat like this, something like a WeatherTech. But I actually have something far better than this. Also, this came with the car, doesn't fit. Don't know who or what this car was for.
Maybe it says.
It has an image of some foreign vehicle. No, but this, horrible. I have something even better. These are Redline floors.
And they're pretty.
These track mats, these are gorgeous. Are the coolest floor mats, frankly, I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm excited to put them in. But first, we do need to give the zhuzh.
We can't just cover it up. That'd be bad.
Yeah. So let me just do this. It's good to vacuum before you do something like this. This is very secret. I don't want you to see this. This is coming later in the video, so you're gonna have to wait. That is probably the coolest thing we have. This beauty here is another part of our floorboard. This is perforated aluminum from Redline. And our car's seriously gonna look like a race car. This is actually really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
So this is gonna go in the back. Let me show you. So that's gonna go back there. Then we've got the track mats that go here, and we've got new pedals that match that. So this is seriously gonna
That's gonna look sick.
Yeah, this is gonna look really cool. So I just need to figure out now how to get that on.
Maybe read before installation for that one. Yeah, he is. A man that never reads instructions.
This is gonna need a substantial amount of Velcro in my opinion.
Yeah, well,
My professional Velcroing opinion.
we have a substantial amount of Velcro.
Oh yeah, Redline sends a lot, which is perfect. Make sure your mounting surface is free of any dirt, grease, or products that may affect the adhesion of the Velcro. For proper adhesion, isopropyl alcohol, paper towel, we're gonna wipe down the surface that
Whoa, we don't need that much. Okay, well, that should be good.
Just a liberal amount. That hasn't been cleaned in 40 years. And the good news is it should air dry pretty quick. Oh yeah, good thing we did that.
Yeah.
You don't want that sticking to your Velcro. We're gonna take our Velcro, sticky side down, folks. And just, this is a point of no return now. Place it.
And really firmly press it on there.
Beat it up.
That's one way.
Undo the plastic. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think that's right. I'm gonna get in and use my feet.
Yeah.
I'm scared to even put my feet on, it's so pretty. But I guess that's what it's for. So just do a little stand up like that. That feels nice. Dude, that already looks a lot cooler and like more put together.
Yeah, it looks like a race car.
It does look like a race car. But there's so much more to do. Now, we're gonna fit this piece in again. Like a little puzzle. Oh, throttle cable, don't break that, that's important. So before we put this in, I'm now, again, like a puzzle. This is the Redline, this is the Redline pedal set. And this piece here is the little footrest piece, which we should probably get in before we put this part in.
Yeah.
Again, just not sure if that's the case, but it feels correct. So I'm gonna start by unbolting this here. Look how gross that is. That's years of foot gunk. Mine included also, by the way, from the last few months, but be gone, foot gunk. Now, beautiful piece from Redline. It's like a work of art. Just place aluminum dead pedal on top of factory unit.
So you did do something wrong then?
Yeah.
And you have to go grab that thing you threw.
Not my factory unit. Turns out I did something wrong. We're all flawed, all right? I should have read the directions. Okay, so forget what I said about this factory unit. I love this thing.
It's totally not gunky and gross.
That thing's about to get messed up by me with a drill. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. That's gonna get my foot gunk on it.
Yeah, it's gonna capture it.
I love when a company puts this much attention to detail into a part that most people don't see. That is fine craftsmanship, folks. It already looks cool and we haven't done anything correctly yet. This is where we run into danger. Me and a drill. It's like Will with a mallet.
Yeah, it's a scary prospect. Push the back of your hand on the drill, the other end.
Oh. There we go. 1996 to 2004. Remove factory plastic dead pedal. I read the instructions, but I didn't read the entire instructions before I made a decision. Back to being done with that. I hope I'm right about that this time. This now goes in. I've read the entire instructions this time.
That seems right.
That's right. Okay. Now that's just my fault. If you look here, I read this, and then I didn't read 2005 plus when I should have read this one because our car's from 1999. So that's my bad, but I fixed it. Now that.
It's on there nice.
That looks so good, dude.
It looks better with the carpet behind it.
Dude, I love that.
That's sick.
I'm so excited. This car's really coming together. That's what it's looking like so far. So this is the track mat, the back plate here, and the first little pedal part.
Dead pedal, as they call it.
Yeah, this is the dead pedal. The most beautiful dead pedal I've ever seen. Other pedals now. So these are gonna go on. We got clutch, brake, gas, and I will read the instructions this time to make sure we're doing it correctly. We simply buzz these on. I'm gonna do one up here. Last but not least,
give me a little floor it.
Well, that's not going anywhere. That was pretty easy. Helps to have a clamp for sure. Okay, these are the rubber pads. They just kind of unclip like that. Oh, they are grimy.
That's gross.
We are building this car as a tribute for my dad. And the reason that we're actually gonna lift the car and make this more into a safari car is because my dad really liked going on adventures. He actually started his own photography company, and the whole reason he started it was just so he would have enough money to go skiing, which is actually really cool. So he would work for part of the year, save just enough money to go on a trip to go skiing, and then go do that. And so he loved like being outdoors, doing all that stuff, but he also loved cars. His first car was a white MGB. I'll put a picture up if I have it. And I really want to track that car down and see where that thing is. If you know, I'd have to get the VIN to be sure it's the right car. But if you know of any white MGBs from the Boston area, let me know. But he loved doing outdoor stuff. He loved cars. So if we can collaborate his favorite car, the Porsche 911, with a vehicle that can do anything, a Safari 911, then it's kind of the perfect little thing. I hope you agree with me. So let's get...
Definitely addressing that, because a lot of people commented, oh, you're ruining the car, your dad wouldn't like that. As someone who knew Jackson's dad, I can strongly say that I don't think anybody in the world would have loved this car more than him.
Yeah.
Which is why we're doing it this way, because it's
like,
the way he would have used the 911.
My dad was also super into road biking. When a family friend's daughter got sick with cancer, he started taking up road biking to raise money, because there's this big race that happens in the area called the Pan Mass Challenge. So he would raise money for cancer research, and it got him into road biking. So he would want a car he can throw his bike onto, want a car he can put his skis on, but also a fun car, because he grew up doing autocross in that little MGB. And yeah, hopefully we're doing right by him on this one. I think we are. So I'm excited about it. I appreciate you all supporting us. I think this is gonna be a really cool build, but we have a lot of work. And to make this thing a bit more off-roady, it's nice to have all this, you know,
exposed metal.
Yeah, it just looks cool.
Now that the easy pedals are installed, we need to install the brake and clutch, which take a bit of drilling and can make a mess. Also, I might have not done it exactly correctly, but it did work.
The pedal's gonna be a little cocked to the right.
It's good.
That is not to do with the part, that has to do with the driller.
Yeah, the driller was at fault. I'll be honest. I just like to prove that anybody can do this, all right? And it's not always gonna be, you'll do it better than me. That is so much better.
It's also very cool. Like, that's sick. That looks sick. Let's go do this side.
Yeah, this side's about to change. Look how gross that is.
That is disgusting. Oh no.
Okay, this side should be a whole lot easier, but this is not even the coolest part yet. These parts are very cool, but I can't wait to show you what we're gonna put here. But first, we gotta do this side. So let's pull this out. Now this seems like it should be pretty straightforward. It doesn't need to be beautiful down here, so keep that in mind.
Oh, baby, that is a pretty piece right there.
This is the prettiest piece I've seen. It's for the passenger. It's because I love my passengers.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's already Velcro on this already attached, so all we gotta do is detach, but let me just testament.
Testament?
Testament fit.
Oh my days.
Oh my days.
Look at that.
Bro, I feel like we're in a Ferrari.
Literally.
This is like a Ferrari floor.
Challenge Stradale, bro.
Oh, this is so cool, guys. When I was in high school, I dreamed of putting parts like this on my car.
Dreams do come true, guys.
Dreams do come true. And it wouldn't happen without all of you lovely people who subscribe to the channel. I actually, honestly, I'm sure a lot of YouTubers say this and don't mean it, but I appreciate like every single one of you. It's so cool that me and Will get to do this for a job, and I hope we're entertaining. We try to reinvest every dollar we make back into the channel. So if you buy merch or you watch our videos, just know that money is coming straight back into this stuff, because we love it and we hope you love it too. We hope it's entertaining.
Yeah, we just like cars.
Yeah,
so
just a couple of stupid idiots who like working on cars.
Yeah.
That's the simple truth of the matter. We're not in it for anything else. All we want is to be able to buy more cars and make more videos.
Yeah,
So
and share them with you guys and give them away and have fun.
Installation, you just...
Oh my, look at that form.
This is incredible.
Woo!
10 out of 10. You just want to kind of... That's really good.
That's sick.
No, that's...
Is it staying?
That's in the Redline manual there.
How's it looking? I think it's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it has little rubber stoppers, so... Transformed in a matter of seconds.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, baby.
We're gonna tackle something I'm very excited about. Let me grab it.
Oh, my carbon.
Carbon fiber.
Oh my, look at that weave.
This is from Redline, and this is their new GT3 center console delete. So that is gonna take all this out of the equation, all this old junk.
If you buy a piece of merch within the week of this video going out, we will pick one person to send this signed by Jackson. No one wants my signature, let's be real. And you'll get this, part of our first channel build.
That's true, that might be worth something someday. It's not worth anything now.
Yeah, it's worth whatever a GT3, non-GT3 center console is that has signatures on it.
If you'd like to then sell it, I will not be offended.
Check out our merch. It's also really cool stuff. Make sure you check out our website for the merch, CaptainCrankshaft.com.
And this, I think, is going to change the entire feel of the inside of the car. If these haven't already...
Yeah, these have changed a lot of feel, too.
If you have a 996, this is a new part from Redline, go pick this up and, you know, let's get it installed. First, pop these off.
I got this side for you, Jackson.
Oh, wait.
What?
Someone has gooped these.
Oh, has mine been gooped?
What did they use?
Wow, they used some cement on yours.
But it's like still rubbery.
Yeah, mine doesn't have that. My side's clean, bro. We don't need those no more.
They're torque screws. 1 second. I have just the thing.
There's a 50% chance he does not have just the thing. I'm just going off of experience.
It's actually not the right bit, but they're
It
not
works.
on very tight, so.
This screw is down here. Oh, well, you got that off. Getting that bolt down there.
It's easy to deconstruct, it's much harder to put back together.
Yeah, thankfully we're replacing it all with a little carbon fiber piece.
Beautifully done. Hold on, this might take a delicate touch. And by delicate touch, I mean...
Okay, there you go.
Oh, not pretty delicate. Oh, nice.
Yo, is that the Matt Armstrong fuse down there somewhere? The one that debilitates the car? Slot it on there, brother. Oh my.
We thought this would be enough to get the new center console on, but actually you need to take off the old mount. So we got to work getting it off, which was pretty straightforward.
And that is the support out. That's pretty straightforward, honestly.
Yeah.
But even with that off, there wasn't enough room to get the new console on, so we decided to deconstruct a bit more of the interior.
That should be enough room, right?
I really hope so.
Yeah. Wow.
That made it a whole lot easier. Oh, man.
That looks
lit. So good. Wow. Guys, this, if you do have a 996, go pick this up from Redline. That is sweet. And the metal, bro. I love the metal.
And you can see it more from this side now with all the
it opens up
junk
so
gone.
much of the knee room.
This is sweet. Yeah, my knee used to kind of hit here. No longer does it.
This is our entirely broken Porsche head unit. But we have a solution. If you don't know, Porsche makes this thing called the Porsche Classic, and it's far out of my price range. I'll put the price right here, and you're gonna go, oh.
It looks good, but
I want something that looks OEM-ish, because I don't want it to feel like a modern clash against all this 1999. So, we picked up one of these. Hold on. One of these, which is a Continental head unit, and it doesn't look too far off. It has Bluetooth, it has all the more modern things. I'll actually be able to listen to music, which I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you listen to music while you drive. If it has a nice exhaust, I do sometimes like to turn the music down, but most times I like to listen to something. I'm a podcast guy and a music guy. So, this bad boy will replace this one. Now, the only thing I have no idea about is wiring. I actually know nothing about wiring.
we tried to order an adapter for this that would just plug right in, and it was coming from the Europe land.
Yeah, it was coming from like literally somewhere random in Europe, and they were like, it might take a month. And I was like, so, that's not gonna happen. Now, which side? Top, oh, they even tell you, top left, top right.
He actually needs to do that. That's the crazy part. He doesn't know.
Those click in.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're pros at getting the radio out.
Now, keep in mind, we know nothing of what we're doing, but when things, as Will just said, when things just plug in,
it literally, the harness that was in the back of our radio looked like it had been f***ed with. So I had this idea.
What is this?
What if the person took their thing out? And that's why ours wasn't working. Now.
I'm scared.
I'm terrified.
Is this gonna cause a fire?
It could.
Should I be holding this metal?
It's fine. Push it. What? No way.
There's no chance.
There's no.
Okay. Okay, well, turning on is one thing. Power. Hold on. We have nothing yet.
While the radio did power up, we struggled to get any audio to play, and we really did try everything. We were at it for an hour, plugging different things in, seeing what could work, but still nothing.
All right, we have a problem, but Will's gonna explain.
I'm not a radio expert, but here's what our problem is. So,
Here's what
we're problem. We're problem is that our car is wired up for a amplifier. Amplifiers take different inputs and outputs than regular speakers. And at first we thought maybe we could just bypass the amplifier, but we don't really want to do that. We want to retain the factory amplifier. So our solution is to spend a lot of money paying for one-day shipping on an adapter, basically that allows this weird unit here, that these wires from this one go out to the amplifier, and it allows our head unit to communicate with the amplifier, which the head unit we bought, as beautiful as it is, it's unable to communicate with an amplifier. It's meant to just go straight to the speakers.
Hopefully that'll be here tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's put on the last Redline part. It seems scary, but this, I'm excited about this because it actually solves a problem that I've been bothered by. See this? It's broken and it looks horrible. Yeah, and let me just help out. Redline makes a beautiful solution to that problem. It's a magnetic phone mount.
I see what you're doing. No, I don't think the ladies and gentlemen at home are getting the full picture yet of this.
Okay, now you only know the half of it. This is from Redline, and it is a MagSafe charger.
Oh man.
And that has a little cord on the bottom.
Wait, it's got a plug?
Yeah.
No way.
So we can plug it in. Yeah.
So it's a wireless charger.
Yeah.
That's incredibly cool.
So that can plug in and then go right into our USB port there, which
convenient.
We'll do. And then check this out. In theory.
Wow.
That is sick.
Give me a little. That's super nice.
That's so much better than up here.
Than that janky block your view thing you had going on.
And they have the cord and everything. This is a must from Redline. This is sick.
Imagine now. In a couple days you'll see.
Ready? I'm gonna clap. And after I clap, there's gonna be a cord in my hands that makes this work.
Okay.
Check the radio app. There isn't one. That's the problem, we still suffer. So we thought if we waited a few days, we ordered a specific part. Will figured out that there is an adapter that's made that can bypass our amplifier that's in the front. And that's the reason that we're having issues right now, the reason we can't just plug and play this radio. But there is, again, a part that can make it plug and play. We tried to get the part, but it didn't come in time. That's the moral of the story. And it looks like we've failed again on the radio because we're going on a trip, which you'll see very soon. So we're gonna need to tackle the radio shortly because we are driving across the country soon, and me and Will are literally gonna go crazy if all we hear is just road noise the whole time. I can sing for Will. No, he doesn't like that. No. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna procrastinate that, and we're gonna get the part here, and hopefully we'll be able to make a little video for you guys of installing that. But besides that, the interior of this car is looking a million times better. All the stuff from Redline is beautiful. It looks so good. This GT3 center console delete is actually my favorite part. It's opened up the entire feel of the car, and actually like physically opened up the car, it feels like.
This is the cheapest Porsche 911 on the entire planet, and I'm not Captain Crankshaft. Let me explain. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Will. I run a lot of the back-end stuff for the Captain Crankshaft YouTube channel, do the editing, all that fun stuff. But today, I have this car, and there's a good reason behind that. But before I even tell you about that, the keen-eyed of you might have noticed this. Something cool that we installed in the car. So let me take you back in time to when me and Jackson did that.
See this trunk? It sucks, but it does do something cool.
That's pretty cool.
You wanna know what's cooler? A ducktail like this. Everybody's been asking for it. Put a wing on the car, put a spoiler on the car. Well, I went with the coolest thing I could possibly find. This is from DTM Fiberworks. They make tons of Aero stuff. You should check them out if you have literally any car. But this thing, oh my gosh. This is off the Coupe Classic. And boy, is it cool.
The Classic Club Coupe.
The Classic Club Coupe.
All right, that's it.
That's the one.
Stall it.
How does this come off? Oh.
Quite easily.
That is coming with us. We need that. Okay, all we need to do then is unbolt here and here.
And then unplug this from wherever it plugs into.
I found it.
You see it's like a clip?
Yeah.
He did it.
Okay, so it looks pretty straightforward. It's these two bolts, right?
Yep.
There's 2 bolts over here. I have everything I need, which isn't much. This, I'm hoping, I don't want to jinx myself. I'm hoping this is pretty straightforward. As always, we're learning together. So I think we just need to get everything off that we're gonna then move to that trunk. So for example, like the little intake piece, we need to get the latch off, we need to get the fan off, and then we need to get the actual like,
the
guys off. So let me just start by getting these off. Make sure that's going the right way. It's nice working on a part of the car that isn't corroded.
Yeah, or hidden.
Yeah, or like my hands can't work on. Luckily, this car honestly doesn't have a lot of rust, so.
Porsche.
All right, so latch, that's coming with us. Now, we need to start taking this little veil off.
I really would do that with the trunk off the car.
Okay. We'll start by taking these off. Let me get this one first.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, so these, you try to unbolt these, they spin because there's nuts on the other side. The only way to get this motor out is to undo the fan, move the fan slightly out of the way, and then this is just a theory. I don't know if it's true. Sorry for the car turning around in the background.
Jam the screw into the wires. We can just cut it.
Is that really what we can do?
No.
It's a bad idea, I feel like. Okay, by the way, you can flame me in the comments for that. I got impatient. That's completely the wrong way of doing it. Do that smarter than I did.
It's fine though.
It's fine because we're not reusing the trunk, and now I'm definitely not selling it, and I'm using it as a prop because it would be wrong to sell a trunk that I just did that to. Yeah, so if you love a 996 trunk, I am sorry because this one just got a little abused. Let me get the fan installed actually while we're at it.
You can throw that in there.
That's true, this can go in. Okay, let me get this latch on real quick. Jeez Louise, man. Where's that camera at?
Oh, you're hitting the car with a wire. It's all right, we're covering the scratches.
It slots in, yeah, there you go. I hope the panel gap is not horrible.
It could be.
We need to alcohol clean this because we got our handprints on it. Or I got my handprints on it. You really gotta be careful not to bolt these down too tight. Dang, that's sick. Oh gosh.
Over.
Dude,
cool.
That is cool.
It doesn't match right now, so it's hard to envision.
No, I can vision that.
Yeah.
I can vision it real good. Okay, and I was a little nervous the latch was gonna be weird. Oh, it's fine actually.
We should probably get some electrical tape over this.
Yeah, we definitely
before we
should.
plug it up.
We definitely should. I'll see where we have electrical tape. I forget where.
Run. By the way, we do need money for Porsche.
Merch. New merch to help us with this Porsche build. Need money for Porsche. And then Crankshaft Racing on the front. This one was a test, so it's a little lower than expected. But
you've ruined it.
We fixed, not terribly. But these shirts are available now. Get them. They're sick. They're inspired by that meme that I saw on Instagram, and you probably saw it too. So shout out to that guy. These are dope. You should pick one up. They help us with the car. Every one you buy, the money just goes right back into the build. So pick them up right now.
I don't know about you guys, but I think this thing looks pretty good, but it doesn't match the car right now, which is kind of a problem. So that's why today we're at the Q Vinyl Studio of Q Car Care, because we're gonna change the color of this. And the reason why Jackson isn't here for this is because he couldn't decide on a color. So he let me decide, and I'm gonna surprise him with it. So this week, we're changing the full color of the 911. I'll show you guys the color in a second, and then we're gonna surprise Jackson with it. So let's get started. They're helping me because I'm an idiot. This is Raph.
Hi.
He's gonna help me prep this thing because they don't trust me to do it well enough because I would do a bad job. They're letting me do my favorite part, the foam. Oh yeah. Look at that angle of attack. Now, most people would probably think that now that we've washed the car, we can just go ahead and wrap it. But that's actually not the case. There's still a lot of stuff that can be on the paint and kind of hidden, but once you wrap over it, you'll definitely see little marks, little bumps, stuff that you don't want in a wrap. So these guys always do it the right way, and that's by using something like this, which is a clay pad. It's kind of like the clay bar you used to see your dad use on his old Mustang or something in the driveway, but it's the better version. And it's gonna get everything off this paint. Now, the professional detailer I am going to demonstrate proper clay bar technique. It's just a little quick stroke, kind of getting all up in there. And you can honestly, I mean, you guys won't be able to feel it, but in this paint, there's a lot of weird little things. So the benefit of this is you get it all off and you have a nice, clean, perfect surface to wrap on. it's not even fully done yet, but if you guys can't tell, there's no more gunk on the paint. So we can actually change the color now. These guys did that in about 5 minutes, which is way faster than I would have been able to do it, but I mean, it looks awesome. So time to change the color.
The next day.
It's day 2 of wrapping the 911. Yesterday, you saw us prep the car, get all the surfaces ready to wrap, and today, well, we're gonna start laying the color down. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering what color we've gone for. Well, this one. For those of you who aren't familiar with Porsche colors, you're probably wondering why I'm gonna wrap this car pink. Well, this is Ruby Star. This is one of the most famous Porsche colors of all time, and for good reason. It's super cool, and it's been on some of the coolest Porsches ever. The reason why I chose it for our car is, well, I think this car is gonna be pretty cool, and it's also gonna be pretty crazy, so a crazy color was definitely on the list. And I know Jackson's dad would have really liked this. I know him pretty well. I know how much he loved crazy, wild stuff, and I just think this would have been right up his street. So I guess the only step left now that you guys know what color we chose is to get it on the car. So let's do it.
Now, although these guys make it look super easy, wrapping a car is actually pretty complicated. So rather than try to help and really just get in their way, I step back and let the masters do their work because I want to see this thing done.
While Chris continues to wrap the car, I wanted to work on something that I think is just gonna help tie the build together even that much more, and that's this. I built a custom Safari logo in like the Carrera style font that Porsche uses, and it's gonna go on the back of the car and just add that little extra touch because, you know, it's a Safari 911, and that's why we built this car, is inspired by the Safari 911, so thought that was pretty cool. Gonna get that printed out and gonna get some other decals printed out as well, and well, let's get back to working on the car. All right, guys, it is the final day of wrapping over here at Q. I had an allergist appointment this morning, if you can't see by the writing all over me, but the guys have been plugging away. They got more stuff done while I wasn't here, probably got a lot more because I wasn't annoying them, but I guess we still have to finish it because I know it's not done, and I know Jackson is coming later because it's the last day, and he's gonna be reacting to the car today, and well, it wouldn't be a great reaction if the car wasn't finished. So I'm gonna try to give the guys a hand. Probably just gonna go pick up lunch for them and see what else they need me to do. But yeah, got a lot more work to get done and not a lot of time, but that's how YouTube builds go. So let's let them finish it up. So getting actually a little emotional back here, but I decided to make another sticker for the car. As you guys know, the car was built to honor Jackson's father who passed away, and if you guys don't know too much about him, which I don't know how much Jackson said, but his dad loved to bike. He always rode the Pan Mass Challenge. Biking was a huge part of his life. I mean, the man, I knew him, he was a strong guy. He had throat cancer, and he would still bike 50 miles a day on a regular day. He would just go out and bike. I mean, he was so athletic, and he fought through so much, and it was so inspiring, so I created this. It's just a simple sticker, but you know, the car is in memory of Andy Kessler. That was his name. That's why it says Ride On AK. A lot of people called him AK. And yeah, I mean, a little something sentimental adds a little bit to the build, and you know, just I feel like makes it come full circle because this car wouldn't be here if it weren't for him, and we wouldn't be building it if it weren't for him. So I hope Jackson likes that little touch, but I think he will. Sorry, I'm not good at talking about this kind of stuff, but yeah. I think it's gonna be cool, and I think it's gonna be a cool part of this build. I hope you guys like it. It is all hands on deck over here. We have about an hour and a half till Jackson gets here, and the guys are over here working on the quarter panel. We still have to do some stickers and stuff, but we are almost done. Chris is taking a well-deserved break because it's like 5 and he hasn't eaten his lunch yet. He's been really going crazy, so thank you so much to Chris and the guys at Q Car Care, but we gotta get this done
and we gotta show it to Jackson, so let's keep working.
With less than an hour to finish the wrap, it was really coming down to the wire. But somehow, the guys at Cute, who are just absolute magicians, were able to get everything done. And now comes the scariest part, seeing if Jackson likes the wrap. Let's see what happens.
All right, open the door. Yo, that's crazy. Ruby star, that's nice, bro. Oh my God, what the heck? It looks so, yo, that looks sick. You guys knocked it out of the park. That is awesome. Yo. I don't even know what to say. That's so good. Dude, that's awesome.
A couple extra touches, bro.
That's a lot to take in. That's crazy. Yo, it looks so cool. What? Oh, dude, I love the stripes. I love this. This is awesome. That's so sweet. Oh, what? They make this? That's so cool.
That's pretty sick.
I can't stop saying it's so cool. I don't know what else to say. This looks so good wrapped.
Yeah.
Dude, this color is insane. My dad would have loved this color. It's so like out there and just ridiculous. Dang, this is sick. This is gonna be very fitting shortly. Maybe not fitting yet. Dude, it looks really good. Damn. Thank you so much to Q Car Care for getting this done. And Will, you gotta get in here, buddy.
All right, Jackson has seen the car, so how did I do?
Dude, this is so good. We were like originally looking at so many colors and I couldn't decide, but I think Will actually picked probably my favorite color. And like, I know my dad would have absolutely loved it. This is the coolest. I don't know if it shows up on camera well. I think it probably does, but it's so cool. And this color, it's just hot, you know? So yeah, and all the touches. I love this, dude. This is great. I'm so excited. It's really coming together somehow, but it's really coming together. We're missing a vital piece to this build, and it's very difficult to find. These are the OEM Porsche roof rails, and they're incredibly difficult to find because they're almost always out of stock everywhere. Literally everywhere. And we need them because we're gonna mount some super cool mods to the top of the car, which you'll see if you stick to the end of the video. But first, we need to find these roof rails, and I'm a little nervous. I think it's time to start making some calls. Hey Nick, I'm just seeing if you have any 996 roof rails in stock.
Yeah, 1 second, let me check.
One eternity later.
So we don't have any in stock right now, and they're gonna be about a few months out.
All right, no worries. Appreciate you checking. I'm gonna call a few more places.
Yeah, sure, have a good day.
All right, peace. Hey, do you have any 996 roof rails in stock?
No.
All right, thanks, man.
No, sorry, we don't have any of those in stock right now. It's at least a couple months before we get more of them.
All right, no worries. Thank you.
Hey, man, sorry, we haven't kept those in stock for years. I can order it for you, but it'll probably be like 2 or 3 months before that comes in, man. I'm sorry.
All good. Appreciate the help.
No, sorry.
No, sorry, we don't have those in stock.
I'm sorry, we're out of stock.
All right, no worries. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We actually don't have any of those in stock for at least 2 months. I can't really do it for you.
All right, I appreciate it. No worries. We'll make a few more calls. Check this out. Getting a call back finally. All right, 1 sec. Hello, Jackson speaking.
Hey man, it's James from Porsche Atlanta. I just wanted to call you back because I actually went up to where we kind of stockpile some old parts, and we do have a set here. I'm not sure where you're from, but I can send them to any Porsche dealer in our network if you want me to do that for you.
Dude, that would be amazing. I will give you the details. It's you can send them over to Porsche. Would be ideal in Massachusetts.
All right, man. I should only be there for a couple days. Usually it's pretty quick. So yeah, I'll get those sent up to you, man. I hope this helps.
Awesome. Thanks, James. Appreciate you.
2 days later.
Well, that was brutal, but we finally have it. However, there's more work to be done now. So let's get to it. We're leaving shortly for a cross-country trip across the entire US, and we needed those roof rails because we have all of this. Tons of stuff we need to get on top of the car. And luckily, we also have these Yakima roof box and attachments that we need to get on the car. Thank you, Yakima. These are sick. We're excited to put them on. However, we have no idea how to put them on. So should we get to it, Will? You wanna get off the roof? Yeah. You might be wondering, what is all this stuff? Well, now that it's all nicely laid across the concrete, I'll walk you through it, but very quickly because we don't have all the time in the world and I want you to be engaged. Watch the whole video. First, tent for sleeping, kind of obvious. Sleeping bags, 2 of them. 1 for me, 1 for Will, also for sleeping. Sleeping, as you can tell, is important to us. These are sleeping mats. A lantern for extra light. And if in case we get a flat, we have fix a flat and a tire patch kit. I hope it doesn't happen, but you never know. An absurdly heavy jack for the car. This is a high jack, and since this is gonna be a Safari 911, that's style points, baby. Also heavy, 450-piece toolkit. Maybe a little overboard, but I wanna be prepared in case something breaks. So this hopefully won't be needed again, but we have it. Zip ties, also equally as important. Jump pack. Hopefully another thing we won't need, but good to have in case you don't have another car to jump you. We'll keep that handy. First aid kit in case Will gets hurt. Hard drive, so we have a place for all the footage that we take, because we're gonna be daily vlogging, and you guys are gonna get a ton of content from it. Be excited, get excited, you're excited, great. Next item. The elusive Porsche roof rails, which we'll be putting on first in a moment. Stay tuned for that. This is a box. It's a sick box, a hard case box that we're gonna be putting on top of the car to store all these things. If you're at Car Week, I'll even let you sign the box or put a sticker on it. Electrical tape. For electric stuff. Weird road things. It's like a road flare, but not as good. I got them, it was an impulse buy, to be honest. Now they won't turn off. Just in case. You never know, I like to be over-prepared. Speaking of over-prepared, we have a fire extinguisher. This one is made for liquids and electrical equipment, which is exactly, if anything's gonna catch fire, it'll be one of those 2 things. And it's always good, by the way, to carry a fire extinguisher in your project car, because you don't wanna watch that melt away. All it takes is a couple spritz of this. Hopefully, again, we don't need to do that. Better safe than sorry in this case. To get all that stuff on top of the car, like I said, Yakima sent us this beautiful roof box, I guess you might call it. This is the
Cage.
Roof cage. This is called the Load Warrior. I believe it's the medium size. And you can get a lot of attachments for it, like this stretch net, which we will need because things might fly off the car. And they also were so kind in sending a light mounting bracket. We have some very cool lights coming. Stay tuned for that. And an axe shovel bracket. Now, me and Will are not the most outdoorsy men, but it does look cool to have an axe or shovel on your car. I think that gives you extra man points. Now, it's really cool to talk about it all. It's cooler to get it on the car, but also daunting. So, as always, you're learning with us. We have no idea what we're doing. Oh, another one of these. Let's get to it. All right, underneath here, do you see that screw? Oh, please focus. See that? That don't look right.
Same with this one, it doesn't...
Oh gosh. I think it's...
You put the screwdriver
Yeah, don't do it
and
anymore.
the screw just breaks.
I think it's too hot.
Well, now what?
I don't know.
Should we put some ice on it?
Maybe?
Actually, it would probably, maybe.
That could help. While Will is hitting screws with hammers, I'm gonna tell you about today's sponsor, Auto Tempest. Auto Tempest is the best way to search for a car. As you might know, because you've probably bought a car before, it's very annoying to go from site to site. Almost annoying as trying to get plastic screws out of a Porsche roof. Almost. That is very annoying, turns out. But the good news is Auto Tempest makes searching for a car incredibly easy because they gather every listing from every car buying site and put it in one single place. So if you're searching for, let's say, a Mazda Miata, you can just enter Mazda Miata, hit enter, and you will literally see every Mazda Miata for sale across the entire internet. It's the best. It's the best way to search for a car. That's fun. How's it going over there?
Bad.
It's going bad. Luckily, with Auto Tempest, your car search is going good. And that's because it's just literally a waste of time not to use it. So if you're going to buy a car, I recommend Auto Tempest. It's the easiest way to find the cars that you're looking for. Check it out at the link in my bio. Whoever sends me the coolest listing will get a free piece of Captain Crankshaft merch, and I just might buy the car because I'm always searching for new project cars. Send me anything cool that you find. Genuinely, I always like looking at cars. I'm sure you do too. So Auto Tempest, link in bio, check it out. Let's get back to Will doing whatever it is he's doing. I'm scared.
It turns out whatever Porsche made the bolts out of did not stand the test of time. 3 out of the 4 screws actually snapped, so now we need to hammer and drill in hopes that we can get them out.
We don't have a lot of time for the rest of today. It's kind of getting late. We thought we'd get this done earlier. So we're gonna get the screw extraction set now, and then we'll come back tomorrow morning and finish it. You guys don't have to wait that long though. You just have to wait about day 2. Extractor bits. Let's hope we can get it out. I'm confident-ish on this. Will, are you confident?
No, but
great. We're super confident. Yeah. So we have multiple sizes, as you can see. I didn't know which one to get, so I got a set, and then I also got the smallest one that they had.
Drill.
We luckily have a drill, so that's good news. I think, should we start with the ones that we've already like?
Let's start with the one we messed up.
My wrist. I don't think it's supposed to do that. That's great news. Just what I wanted. Do they make an extractor for the extractor? Bro, that's bad. Hey, when bad things happen, just part of life, man, all right? Don't worry too much about it. We're gonna figure it out. Don't worry about nothing. We got this, probably. Yeah, just have a positive outlook when you destroy the roof rails of your Porsche. We might need help.
Call Farley. Have you ever, I don't know, have you ever put roof rails on an old Porsche?
Yeah, back in the day.
So the screws that go into where the screws for the roof rail mount, the factory ones that just like block stuff from getting in them, they're made out of dust. So we broke them all, and then so we got an extractor set. We broke 3 of them. One of them came out. So we got an extractor set. They're like aluminum screws, but the top part is plastic. It's like the weirdest thing ever. So we got an extractor set to get the first one out, and then the extractor bit broke off in the hole. So we're not very good at doing this, as it turns out, and I just didn't know. I didn't know what you'd suggest. Maybe if you're around a little bit, you know.
Yeah. So right now, I mean, if the extractor bit is broken inside that hole,
yes,
that's hardened steel. The only way you're going to be able to remove it now is by drilling it with a carbide bit, which is even stronger. That's like crankshaft material steel.
Okay,
you know
yeah.
Because that extractor bit is pretty strong stuff. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Maybe this was.
Well, yeah. I don't know if we got a good extractor bit.
Yeah, it could be because it broke really easily.
I would have to look at it. You know what I mean? But anytime I broke a extractor bit and it was stuck in there where I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Then we work at it with the carbide.
Yeah. Are you at the shop right now? We could just take a look at it real quick.
I can take a look at it, but I won't be able to do anything about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you can come by. I can just advise you, but I have like crazy deadlines today.
Yeah. No problem. We just need some advice at the very least. So.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to do that. That's fine.
All right. We'll swing by in a bit. You can tell you're pulling up to a good mechanic when there's cool cars outside, like the new M2 and a 997 and an E63 Edition 1 and a GT3. Wow. He's got all the good stuff. Look at him. Hi, Farley. We're bad at doing stuff.
What's up? How's it going?
This is Farley, the most handsome mechanic of all. What's up? What's up? All right, check it out.
Advise.
We're bad at working on cars. This is, so that's the one with the extractor bit in it.
Yeah. No movement at all.
No.
And those are the ones that are messed up. They literally just, we didn't completely screw them up, but they do not come out. Yeah. You like that work?
Yeah.
That's top quality work right there. Crankshaft approved.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. So for sure here, the best thing is gonna be a little drill, a little hole.
Like a carbide bit.
And then do we extract the extractor with another extractor?
No, you're probably gonna just use a carbide bit and just drill it completely. You know what I mean? With the carbide bit, and then tap it.
Tap it with a new. How many taps do you got?
I got
them all.
Yeah.
So if we swang by when we needed a tab and you had the right size.
Do you guys have air there?
No.
No. Yeah, that's the thing.
You need air.
Yeah, the carbide tool works off air.
Oh, really? You can't just get it.
You can probably put in a Dremel if you have it.
We don't have a Dremel either.
Actually, I might have.
Do you have a Dremel?
I
think I do.
So
Yeah.
This is what I use for the carbide with the hair. You know what I mean? Yeah, just slowly work at it. This here is really strong stuff. You know what I mean? So this, you'll be able to drill that, work that out, no problem. All right. So yeah, get the carbide bits, shave it down. If you need a tap, I have a tap you can use to clean off the threads.
Okay, yeah, we'll probably need that. I think I might have a tap too that fits, but I want to make sure it's the right size. Yeah. So we'll go grab, I'm gonna go check at home if I have a Dremel. I think I do.
Yeah,
just
if you guys start drilling, if anything, come back, do one, come back, and then we'll work it with my tap.
Do one and then.
So you can see how it goes, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
We went on a shopping trip.
Let me give you the haul from Harbor Freight. First and foremost, this lovely Dremel, which I hope will be enough power. Then we have, they didn't have any carbide bits, but I've been told these diamond point bits are better. We'll see if that's the case. And then next, because I value my eyes, and Will's eyes, I guess.
Thank you.
So he can operate the camera. $2 safety glasses, which should hopefully be enough to stop a diamond bit from going into my cornea.
I remember Farley said low speed and really get in there, you know?
So fast and ignorant. That's what we're going with.
No.
I'm gonna unplug this one.
I'm gonna veto that.
In there. I'm gonna go with the littlest ball one. He wasn't lying, those are strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you make sure you're doing it the right way before you do it the wrong way. Although we thought we were doing it the right way. But as it turns out, we're bad at doing stuff. So, yeah, this is gonna take a while now. We've kind of put ourselves into a bit of a pickle, but hopefully we can get this on here and not have to make Farley do it for us. We wanna try to be self-sufficient. Although, something you guys did not see last video is I took the door handles out of this car to wrap them, and I put them back in and they didn't work. And I could not figure it out. It took me about 5 hours, nothing happened. So we took it to Farley. A little behind the scenes, because I'm a fool. And I was embarrassed to put it in the video, but I'll tell you now, because we also messed this up, but together. So it's not just my fault this time. Look at him drumming away. It's not working too well.
I don't know if the bits are not strong enough. Like they're not, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not quite sure.
We've been going at it for like 30 minutes.
And it has only made like a tiny indent.
We're not gonna be able to show you this, but there's just like...
Should we try to get these out at least?
Yeah, we can try.
Okay, let's.
Those should go nice, because they're not made out of death metal.
I mean, I already started to try to cut into one. It's not the easiest either, but. You think the Dremel just doesn't spin fast enough?
Yeah, and I think it's slowing down a lot while it's actually touching it.
I think so too, but I think if it were actually sharp enough, like he's saying low and slow.
We could go get better bits.
I feel like a bit, if it's sharp enough, we'll just, at whatever speed, we'll start cutting through the metal.
Wanna get better bits?
I don't know. Should we even look and see if they have better bits?
Well, we went to the store. We got some more bits. Jackson's getting his safety goggles on. He's getting ready to zhuzh away. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on if this is gonna work right now. I'm kind of losing faith and then thinking we're gonna have to give it to Farley, but Jackson's got it.
I never lose faith.
He never loses faith.
I'm very tapped in right now. How hot you think that's getting?
Not cold.
All right, here's my current game plan thought. We'll let that cool down. I'm gonna try to get the other ones out by drilling into them, because we know we can at least drill those in.
Okay.
And we'll try to extract them and hopefully be successful. That way we leave Farley with a single thing to fix.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
And then we'll come back to this. There we go. Okay, guys, it would be incredibly laughable, just to say it in advance, if we broke another extractor in the hole. Let me find out what size we got.
Well, we got that one.
I think it's that one.
Pump up the jam, brother. Don't break it, though. Bro, what are these extractors? What are these?
Are we sure we're supposed to just keep running it in reverse?
Yeah, bro, that's how it works.
Yeah, man. Well,
because how else would it twist it out?
This might be beyond our abilities currently.
I think it's just beyond our tools abilities.
Yeah, it's funny because you bring it to a mechanic for there's always stuff that's really difficult, and then you bring it to a mechanic and they do it in like 5 minutes.
That's why it's their job.
Yeah,
I guess this is our job. We're just bad at our job.
Which makes us better at our job because it's far more entertaining. We're actually really good at our job.
Yeah, we're good at making easy stuff hard. And
so we've now have 2 extractors inside the bolts, which is exactly what we wanted. So now what we get to do is we should probably get an extractor in the 3rd one. I think that's probably the right move.
We're out of extractors that'll fit. We shouldn't get an extractor in the 3rd one. We're just making more work for someone else. That's not us. All right, well, we'll see you guys next week because we can't do this. Bye.
All right, it's time to call Farley and tell him the news.
Hey, Farley. So we're not good at working on cars, as it turns out. So we're gonna need your help next week.
Yeah, you guys are good, man. Come on.
Aw. So handsome and so friendly. What? Yeah, so we're gonna need to bring the car by because actually, so we did something really fun for you, which was we got an extractor stuck in another one of them because the extractors Jackson's bought are terrible.
Yo, but Farley, it turns out the extractors I bought, they may be terrible, but they're made out of some solid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, but the carbide will show that thing.
You're gonna show it who's boss?
Who's the boss? Yeah.
Who's the most handsome mechanic of all time and the boss?
I'm sorry I have to do this to you, Farley. I apologize.
Nah, it's all good, man. I got this. Do it. Drop it off on Tuesday. I'll take care of it for you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, dude. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. All right, guys. Cool. Have a great weekend. Okay.
You too. We'll see you Tuesday. Bye.
2 days later.
We got the pieces on the car. He's taking care of the last one, my man Farley, but yeah, I decided to just let him put those on because, well, I don't want to break anything further, and it takes a little bit of weight off of me and Jackson. Car will be done soon from him, and then me and Jackson can finally take care of everything else on Sunday, getting all the stuff on the roof, and then literally driving the car to North Carolina the next morning. So you guys have a lot of awesome content coming your way, but you guys are gonna have to stay tuned. Give us a little while longer. The car is gonna get lifted. We're gonna get the new wheels and tires. It's gonna be epic, but yeah, a few more things left to do before then. Gonna let Farley finish this up. Gonna take the car home, and then gonna see what happens when we try to put everything else back on. And hopefully that does not take 2 weeks because I don't know how this did.
Ladies and gents, we're back. We're back in action. And that's because Eurotech Farley helped us out greatly. And even after some suffering, he was able to actually fix our giant mistake that we made. It was only partially our mistake. Maybe we shouldn't have tried with the second extractor bit. But as you can see, these are finally on. But that's not all we're doing, because this is just the start of the roof system. So we need to put more on. We have no idea what we're doing. Probably.
We clearly have no idea what we're doing because this took us over a week.
Yeah, I'm really hoping nothing more breaks. So you're gonna find out with us. And if I make a mistake, it's your fault too. You were there watching, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, you didn't tell us what to do wrong. Well, we did what to do wrong. You didn't tell us how to do it. Also, in the time, I installed this really nice windshield banner matched to the car and this sticker that tells you who we are. And then this other sticker on the other side that also tells you who we are. So yeah, now people know who we are when we're doing dumb stuff.
We weren't totally useless.
Yeah, look at this.
This thing. So
Let's get that thing on the car, man.
This is the back one, as you can see from the image. They make it slightly
look at the
idiot-proof.
C4S in that picture.
Yeah, a little nicer than ours. And it looks like the slopey part goes to the back of the car. So it's gonna go on.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Porsche Texas facing the right way.
The only thing we need to figure out is you see the way this whole system works?
Yeah.
It's confusing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a really flattering angle. How's it going?
This doesn't feel right. I'm gonna stop. All right, hold on, I'm watching a video while Will fiddles with this.
It should just go in. Because the front hole, because these are all identical, the front hole is for this one because it's the back one and the back hole is for the front ones. You know what I mean?
That's why it has two.
Yeah.
We're gonna want these to be on because we'll have some weight on top of the car. And if this isn't on securely, we're gonna be
Is it like doing something? Oh.
It's doing nothing, in fact. Oh, I got it.
You got it? All right, sweet.
I think.
Does it feel like it's on now?
No, not sure. Nope.
Nope, all right. What the heck's going on, man?
That's metal shavings. This does not feel right, folks. Something doesn't feel right. The last thing you want to do is strip that.
Yeah. That is literally the last thing I want to do. We're really bad at this.
Turns out this has been the hardest thing we've done yet, which it shouldn't be. One sec, watching more videos. An ad, actually.
Just work it in again?
I don't know if this is smart. I think we're just stripping more and more of this.
All right, so we're going to the store to find a replacement for this because we couldn't get it done right. I don't know what's going on. I hate this all, but we should almost be done soon. And then we can get the roof box on, and then I can go home and pack up because I haven't done that yet. We're gonna go to the store. We'll catch you guys when we're back. All right.
Look at that. So we don't have the nub, so just to be safe, I think we should probably go with the shorter bolt. Let's get this on and please not strip anything. We should have taken the bolts by surprise.
That's my strategy. You gotta back out a little bit so the bolt thinks you're going out, then boom!
Nail it.
Hit it when it least expects it.
Leaks expects it.
Leaks asbestos.
All right, hold on.
Hit it when it leaks asbestos.
Put that down for 1 sec. I gotta get this unlatched and put one of these in. Should we go the original on this side?
Yeah.
Chill right now. There it is.
Oh, is it down?
Yeah. Before I tighten that down, I'm just gonna get this side threaded in.
Okay, you're like trying to light something. The way you were cupping your hand.
This is looking good, folks. This is looking good.
If the key locks, it means it's there.
Is that how that means?
Wow, my brain's turned off right now. Yes!
That side's on.
All right.
I'm gonna just bolt this side down now. That is on! Oh my gosh. Now we have some roof rails on the car.
Wow.
That was so easy. It was so easy, man.
Took no time at all, guys.
that was so simple and so straightforward. Thank you roof rail overlords. Thank you so much. Next time I do, I'm never putting roof rails on a car ever again. Finally, we got the roof rails on, man. My energy's restored. Now we need to get the piece de resistance on the car. And this thing is nice.
Load Warrior.
This is the Load Warrior.
Load Warrior's going on. That seems about right.
Yakima makes this really smart system to mount to the actual roof rails. So this part goes underneath like that. This, which has this little tip here, that grabs over that big crossbar
right there.
And then this bit sandwiches the whole thing together.
I've had a few roof racks in the past, but none as easy as this Yakima. It only took a few minutes to install, and honestly, it was the easiest part of this entire process. And now we just need to put our things on the roof and see how it looks.
Finally! What's up? Oh, we've made it to Eurowise in North Carolina, where we're gonna do a ton of work to this car. You see it now? Well, it's gonna be very different in just about 48 hours. So stick with us here. We got a lot of exciting things coming. I think you're gonna love it.
The guys at Eurowise don't mess around. They immediately pulled the car in and got all the parts ready to go.
In order to turn our 996 into a Safari 911, we need a couple of things. First off, we have fully adjustable coilovers from Flat Out Suspension, and we have a few other things here and there, but we also have our special weapon, Mike from Eurowise. Mike is developing some off-road parts for 996s, so, you know, take it away, Mike. Show us what we got.
We're actually working on some off-road products for the 996 chassis. One of the products being a subframe drop. Later on, we'll be coming out with skid plates, roof racks, and other proprietary items to the 996. For now, we are installing the subframe drop today on his car, and later on, we'll be installing the coilovers and adding skid plates and whatnot.
I'm very excited. You should be very excited. This is gonna be pretty cool, and the parts that he's gonna make, top notch. Let's get it done.
Like I said, these guys don't mess around. Within what felt like 5 minutes, all of the subframe spacers were already installed. I'm just hoping it all goes this easy.
I was gonna wait to do this, but we kind of have no choice. Here's a wheel reveal for you. You've been asking for it. I've been listening. Ooh, these are from Nomad, the Salt Convoys. And these are our gigantic tires. Hopefully, they'll fit. I'm now looking at them, and I'm not optimistic.
Yeah, the reason why we have to do the wheel and tire reveal now, Mike and the guys are not sure that these tires and wheels will fit. So we decided to go mock the wheels and tires up and see if we have any problems because, well, we're not sure if they're gonna fit.
I'm gonna now roll this across the parking lot. Check out all the cars that are here. There's a Gallardo. There's Brock's 996. One of his 996s is a Maybach, which I might be wanting to take across the country when this maybe doesn't fit. And there's an SV. There's some cool stuff here, Euro-wise.
That Cayenne is sick.
That Cayenne is also dope. All right, let's get this back in.
That might have been a more sensible off-road Porsche. We took the fender liner off.
Yes, the fender liner delete, a classic move, which should give us some more room, I hope. It's weight reduction for a lot more weight added on. Not that this is gonna be fast by any means.
Now we get to put the wheels on the car for the first time and see all the things we'll need to move in order to make these massive tires fit.
Slightly nervous, but we do have to make a couple incisions on the Porsche to make these wheels and tires fit. We knew it might happen, but now we need to do it. So this has to get cut slightly, and then a couple pieces in here have to get cut. There is a radiator in here that might need to be moved forward just so we don't hit it. On this side, we're a little better. Just a couple cuts in here and we should be good. But
the surgeon's masking it off.
Yeah, the master surgeon is here. I haven't seen a surgeon use painter's tape before, but that's reassuring.
I'm sorry, Q.
Probably won't damage the wrap, but you know, we have to do it, so.
This is all still day one.
Yeah, we were up at 4 a.m. and it's currently 5.
It's not that late, but I'm just
not that late. Yeah. We're doing this for you guys, so there's some amazing content. Also, you know, driving cross country should be interesting, but we need everything to fit, so this is a necessary process.
You can't drive anything across the country.
Oh man, he's falling asleep.
You can't drive anything across the country if it doesn't fit.
Or we'll just rub the whole time.
I mean, that's also what it sounds like already now, anyways.
Yeah, this is just adding to the noise.
At least the key is pink.
Oh, he's busting out the saw.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Point
boy.
of no return. Do you give him your blessing?
I do give him my blessing. I trust Mike with everything. Oh, that's
It's like when RWB builds your car.
Yeah,
but worse.
I would argue better. He just doesn't chain smoking cigarettes with like a razor blade.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was honestly like with so much more patience than I have.
It's the great value.
Yeah, we should make a competitor.
RWB.
Yeah, you just pull up to Costco. They'll take care of it for you.
Did you see the smirk after he first cut the thing?
This is normally what we do. We decide that we can't do something and then we make someone way smarter than us do it. If you need any help, we're happy to do stuff though.
That's true. Doesn't mean we'll do it right. It's possible if we turn the wheel and we catch all these things, it just pulls
yank them.
Yeah, and then we don't have whatever those do. Hopefully they're not important. It's okay.
As the first day is coming to an end, we're going to do a few more cuts and tweaks. But to be honest, this is just the start of the work we need to do to get this thing together.
Day 2, Euro-wise, North Carolina. We got a lot of work to do on the Porsche. That is just one half of Euro-wise. We're actually working on the car over here where they're doing some building, a bit of a shop expansion. But we have a lot of work to do on the Porsche today. We left off, we were cutting some fender, we were clearing up some space for the tire. Now today, we need to do pretty much a bulk of the work because we only have one more day after this. So today, we're probably gonna put the suspension on, do a bit more cutting, try to figure out how to get these things properly fitted. We should be good, but again, you know, this time we do know a little bit what we're doing, which is unusual for us, but only because we have Euro-wise helping us. Otherwise, we'd be a bit lost, and I don't think we get this done. So, we'll see if anything goes wrong. It probably will. It usually does with us. Yeah, Will agrees.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to go wrong with what we're doing, so.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
If the good news is if anything does go wrong, we can just steal one of the cars from the parking lot to take across the country. I'm thinking the SV is probably my first choice, although it would be quite uncomfortable. But
I think I'd go with that G-Wagon. We can just tow the unfinished 911 behind us.
Perfect. So today, we'll see what happens. You're along for the ride with us. I have no idea. Let's get into it.
The first thing we have to do is take off the bumper so we can access the radiators. We're worried that with the tire size being so large, we might actually hit them, which could be catastrophic.
They are right behind where they're in front of where the tire is going to be.
and we're a little nervous that the tire might rub on that. So the plan is, if we can shift these radiators forward a bit, Mike thinks that's possible, then we should clear up some space, enough where we don't bust our radiators open. That would be pretty bad on a cross-country drive, but again, Mike's confident, I'm confident, if he's confident. So I think we should be able to do it. There is a substantial amount of space here. If you look, yeah, you can kind of see in my hand that there is some wiggle room. So enough to shift it forward at least a few inches, and that should be plenty for what we need. As we're working on the car, I'm getting more confident that we can fit these wheels and tires. Issue 1 was turning in, which we are solving by moving everything around. Issue 2 was rubbing on the front bumper and a little bit of this part. Cutting, that solves the problem. We know that we can do that on the other side. But problem 3, the unknown, is once we put the new suspension in, how much room will we have between the top of tire and the bottom of the fender? That's very important, because if we hit a bump too hard, we'll just slam into this, and if we're driving and it rubs, you know, that's obviously going to be pretty bad. 2 problems down and solved, 1 problem left to go. We won't know really until we get the suspension on, so stick with us here. Hopefully we can get that good. Should be all right though. I'm getting, again, more confidence, so we should see.
While the shop guys keep working on installing the suspension, Mike is designing custom brackets to move our radiator, and then we're gonna go make them. We headed over to the Euroaz manufacturing facility, and within literally 10 minutes, they had already fully built the brand new brackets Mike had just designed.
Not sure if you've seen any parts manufacturing before. I know I haven't, so it's cool to get a little behind the scenes of actually like making a physical car part. This is cool. This is what happens when you order something. Progress is being made. You just saw us manufacture this little part here, which is moving our radiators forward out of the way of the tire. Suspension is also pretty much fully in. The remote reservoirs still need to be put somewhere, but it is coming along quite well, and I'm getting less and less worried. So it's looking pretty good. We'll see if the tire rubs at all anymore. We'll still have to do some cutting on this side, obviously, but getting there.
So, we're measuring what we measured before, comparing it to what we have now. From the center point before, it was here at about 13 inches. And now it's at about 18. So,
that's pretty solid, I think.
We've got a lot of lift out of it.
I'm curious how that'll look.
Yeah, I think with some weight on it from the actual rest of the car, it might sink a little bit more, but still. 3 to 4 inches of lift alone from the suspension is pretty crazy, because we're gonna get a lot more lift from the wheels and tires too. So,
this is going to be
a serious off-roader.
It's going to be a tall 911.
Yeah, it's going to tip over if we drive it fast. I'm not joking. I really wish I was kidding.
I'm so excited to see it like all in and on the ground. You're probably more excited than me, honestly. But
the other thing stopping us from tipping is the fact that the tires won't have as much grip.
Okay, verified. Remember problem 3? Well, problem 3, if you don't remember, was the top of the fender, or bottom of the fender to top of the tire. We were worried it might hit, but now, since we know that we have so much new lift from this suspension, we're actually probably not going to run into any issues. We do have a new issue though. Because of that, we might have reduced ride quality. The springs are preloaded pretty heavily, which means we've really tightened them down. They don't have a ton of, absorption left. Explaining that in kind of crappy terms, but I think we'll be okay. Now my 3 biggest concerns are taken care of, so hopefully the rest goes smoothly. With these guys' help, it should. While we're here, we thought we'd do an oil change as well, because we are driving across the country, and this oil has already got a few thousand miles on it, so probably a good time to get it done. And these guys can quickly bang it out, so hence the oil.
Not a bad shout.
I can give you a quick update on what's going on here. So we're still working on getting these mounted somewhere. We're gonna figure that out shortly. It's just kind of figuring one thing out at a time. The brackets are now, I believe Mike is putting them on the other side right now. So this is now moved forward, which is great. And the other one is getting the same treatment. Then we're gonna need to fiddle around once we get the wheels on. We'll have to do, I think, a little bit more cutting to the front fender. But once the wheels are on, this might not be its final ride height on in terms of adjustability on these coilovers. We might need to do some adjusting just to make sure that the suspension geometry isn't terrible. And we are definitely going to do an alignment, because all of this changing and adjustment, the car would just drive terribly, and we'd probably wear a tire out in like 5 seconds. Yeah. So, and it would probably track all the way to the right and slam into a barrier or something. Yeah, so it's fun.
Almost there.
just keeping you in the loop. A big reason we're able to get the geometry correct is these right down here. You probably can't see them, but these drop links, that is a vital part of this kit. And we actually got them last minute from FCP, who helped us out greatly. If you need any parts for your European car, make sure you check out FCP Euro. I will put them down in the description for you to make it easy. They have pretty much everything you could want, including these specialty drop links.
They really came in clutch for us, which we needed those desperately.
Yes, these are a big factor as to why we can do this. So huge shout out to FCP Euro. Those guys are the best. Their customer service is out of this world. Make sure you get your parts from them. They're the best.
Now we just need to make a few more adjustments, and then we should be able to get the car down on the ground for the first time. I hope it looks good, but I'm a little nervous.
All right, car's going down. First time we're gonna see it on the ground and see the ride height.
I am nervous. Oh my gosh. It's going down for the first time.
We're gonna see what we got going. Pretty good. That looks sick. That looks so cool.
That is a lot higher than I thought.
Yeah, that's substantial. I think my third worry is taken care of on that one.
That is a Safari 911 if I've ever seen one.
We have some clearance.
Oh my God, dude.
We could run over a tree and we'd be fine.
What do you think, Mike? Thumbs up?
Mike approved.
All right, now it's Mike approved. Oh my God, dude. I cannot believe
We're gonna fix this positive camber, I think.
Yeah.
But
it's not aligned at all, but look at that.
Yeah, we also have to do a little, that's gotta go.
Dude, this is like factory Cayenne, like clearance. That's crazy.
That looks good. That's looking real good.
10 out of 10. I can't believe that's the same car.
That's sick.
Dude.
That is so cool. I'm gonna keep saying that.
God.
I'm always bad at reacting because I just say the same thing over and over again.
But it's so sick.
Comment what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know.
If you like it or you don't.
If you hate it, then don't comment, because we really like it.
Yeah, no negativity.
Yeah, we're all about positivity here. Especially positive camber, which we have a lot of. That's because we're so positive, Mike. We don't need no negative.
It all went into our camber, all that positivity.
Now, obviously, there's still a lot more to do. There's no bumper on the car. We need to change some stuff for the alignment.
The reservoirs aren't on. The reservoirs aren't on. The front bumper's not on. The alignment needs to get done.
Yeah.
The camber needs to be changed. The tie rod ends need to go on. But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, and I am excited.
Look at this.
How could you not like that?
Literally. All right.
It's like becoming the ultimate adventure vehicle we wanted it to be. We can do anything.
Love that?
Dude, my dad would love that.
Oh,
you can toss that in some snow, put your bike on top. You can do whatever you want with this thing.
This is incredible. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
Bro, the white wheels are fire. I cannot believe this is our vehicle.
We literally, and you too.
Mike did all the hard stuff.
We all killed it. We did the easy stuff of just picking the color.
Then we let Mike do all the hard work for us because we don't know what the heck we're doing.
we were just service advisors.
Yeah, let's throw that on.
I can't believe this is And that's basically all for day 2 of building this car. We're gonna come back tomorrow morning bright and early, finish all of the rest of the little things, but yeah, we're almost there, and as you guys can see, it's looking absolutely incredible. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm so stoked. Day 3 at Eurowise.
What's up?
We're here. Say hello, gentlemen.
What's up?
We are here to finish the 911. Let's get to it.
All right, as Will just mentioned, it's day 3, which means it's the final day of working on this car, and we have a few things to do, so let me walk you through what we still got. First off, Mike is customizing these little shrouds here to make sure that they fit now that the radiators are actually moved forward. We also, the camber plates, we didn't really put them on right because we weren't really sure exactly how it would work, but we need to flip them around because right now we have some positive camber. We need to flip that over to some negative camber. We have to top off the oil, which we will do once the car is actually on the ground. We need to align the car, which is an incredibly important step in the process to make sure all of this works together, and I'm sure we'll do plenty of adjusting. We have some tow arms to install. We have just a lot of minor things. It's surprisingly getting there. Or unsurprisingly, because we have them. And me and Will definitely would struggle to do this in our garage.
Yeah.
But yeah, with these guys' help, it's kind of a piece of cake, honestly. So I'm excited about it.
The guys got to work getting the coilovers adjusted and the tow arms installed. While they did that, Mike and I threw the bumper on so we could finally get everything aligned. Just like everything else, Eurowise made light work of doing a full custom alignment. Now, we just need a few final touches and we should finally be able to actually drive the car.
We're almost done, just putting on a few finishing touches, one of which is the mud flap. And then I think we're good, which is surprising. It's literally been, 2 full days.
Now we just installed the mud flaps and
we've gotten it done. It's been like 2 full days maybe?
Yeah, 2.5 days.
Mike and his team were able to knock it out because they're professionals. Me and Will are not. But Mike, what do you think of the car?
It's awesome. I love it. We love the whole style. You know, it's not lowered 911 like you're used to seeing. It looks cool. Everything's fitting. The color scheme, the wrap, everything kind of flows together. The install went really smooth. Suspension goes on really easily. Wheels, tires fit. Everything's great. We just did a little bit of trimming, radiator relocation. Other than that, it was great.
He says that like it was so straightforward, but that's only because he's so much smarter than I am. But it's awesome. I'm in love with it. If you need anything, check out Eurowise. They're gonna be making some parts for the 996. It's gonna be awesome. You should order it. You should get a 996 if you don't have one already, because how could you not want one now? This is way cooler. Cut to the cinematic.
Coolest 911 ever. I think we've done it. That's really fun. Thanks, Mike.
That's cool.
I'm gonna give you a hug, because this thing is sick.
Oh, yeah.
A few months ago, we started modifying the interior, which is great, but there's still a lot to be done. This car is far from over. So get excited, let's get into it. Our first problem is the steering wheel. This one is old and beat, but thankfully we have a new one, so let's install it. For easier access, I'm removing the driver's seat. More on that later. And then I need to remove the airbag. This is weirdly harder than it looks. The airbag is held in by 2 bolts, but the holes to access them are too small for any of the correct sockets, and I can't get anything to budge. Luckily, I think I have a solution.
The Captain Crankshaft steering wheel destructo method.
That's like butter, bro. To be honest.
He's cutting towards me. Yeah, so we couldn't get the ratchet to fit in there, so Jackson's modifying our old steering.
Yeah, I'm doing a little steering wheel modification. No, it's best you watch your fingers in this situation. No, that's good. This is what you want. So pieces should be coming out like that.
With my newly installed access holes, the airbag is coming off super easy. Now, all we have to do is take out the large bolt holding on the steering wheel.
Oh, that's rather loose. Huh.
Oh, now you can do the fun part. What the?
Uh-oh. I think that's a big problem. I think we were supposed to unplug that. Once these accordions come out, I don't think they go back in very right.
Well, the good news is I don't know what to tell you.
The proper solution to this would be to get a new clock spring, but we don't have time for that. So I'm trying to wind it back up and put it together, and then I'll see if it works with the new steering wheel. We're going with a 3-spoke wheel from a newer 911, and it already looks so much better. The airbag is much easier to access with this one, and it's going on super easily.
Steering wheel, stop! Yeah, that's nice. That's a lot better.
That is actually pretty sick. All right, now that we've got the steering wheel done and the old seats out, Jackson can show you the new seats. Oh my.
Look at these. These are like my childhood dream seats to own.
Which is such a funny statement, and only car people will get that, but Recaro pole positions, baby. Those are the best of the best. Shout out eBay Motors for these things.
We got the leather with the Alcantara.
If you guys don't know what about Recaro pole positions, these are the same seats that come factory in like the AMG GT Black Series and so many cool cars, because Recaro obviously makes the best seats. And yeah, these are no exception.
They're comfortable. They give you a lot of bolstering, so when you're taking fast turns, you feel nice and safe inside the seat. You're not moving anywhere. The only thing, though, for us, is trying to figure out how to get them in, because
we have brackets and we have the Recaros, but the brackets and the Recaros were never really built to go together. That's me and Will's fault. We didn't really know when we were ordering what we were supposed to do. And we thought they would work, but turns out they don't. And we have to modify. And you know, I have no idea how to do that. But we're gonna learn today together. So buckle in there. It's about to get crazy. Well, buckle in ideally when the seat's in the car.
Yeah, you can't buckle.
Can't buckle in right now.
There's no
but buckle in. Theoretically. As cool as these seats are, I definitely didn't order everything correctly. So let me show you. We have this here seat bracket, which is compatible to the 996. That's great, that fits. However, this particular upright, this Recaro upright, does not fit this bracket, which means I need to make some modifications. And I'm no custom fabrication type person. This is all very new to me. What I can do is if I angle grind these little tabs off, I should be able to then at least lay this part flat on here. And that's only the beginning of the trouble. So I need to start by doing it. But I think I can make it work. It's just gonna take some skill that I don't have, but I'm gonna try. Like I said, these seats and brackets aren't technically meant to go together, but I think I can make them work. I'm measuring the distance between the holes on the seat uprights and drilling holes into the base plate. But even with that done, there is still more modification to do. The seat brackets themselves need to be cut to get the holes to sit flush with the base plate. I have to be super careful while doing this because any sudden move or slip could either ruin the brackets or cut straight through the seats, which would set us back weeks and cost thousands of dollars. Somehow the bracket is actually bolting in, so now I can do the first test fit. The bracket works, but part of the seat upright is blocking my access to one of the bolts, so I have to do a bit more cutting to get it to fit. With the new cuts, I can finally bolt in the driver's seat, and it looks so good. Now I just have to repeat the modification process on the passenger side by drilling, cutting, and mounting the brackets. And the seats are finally done. Now we can move on to the next mod, which should be a bit easier. You may remember from the first Porsche interior video, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it, that we worked with our good friends at Renline because they make some awesome parts. They, for example, made, see these metal floors? They did that. The next part they sent us is also very cool because they only make cool stuff. And that is more carbon fiber for the interior because carbon fiber means fast and this car is slow. So the carbon fiber should result in the car looking faster but going just the same speed. So that's sick. Now, I do have a resident door panel expert, but I have been instructed by Will that this particular piece, as you can see, there's no bolts there. And you might be thinking, how do you get that off? What a ridiculous thing. No, it's clips. And clips, you just gotta brute force and ignorance. Now, let me show you right here. Check that out, see this? That's the piece it's gonna replace. You can see, look. Wow, way cooler. Now, I think if I just grab. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Comes right off. Look, it has a little imperfection in it. Check that out. Oh, look at that. That's bad. Now, the new one doesn't have that. I think this is the proper side. And that should, allegedly, just, I don't want to break it. Clip in. Give it a little wag. That's scary. Oh, that's cool.
Actually, I'll be coming.
That is so cool. Will is coming to check it out because he knows it's cool. But look at this.
Oh, that's actually sick.
Yeah.
That looks tight, dude.
That's cool, right?
It matches the center console well, too.
Yeah, so this carbon fiber, again, I haven't seen the first video, go watch it, but this is the GT3 center console delete that Renline makes. Also sick, clears up a ton of room. But now we got some matchy.
Allow me to do this side.
Oh, Will, give us a, wow, look at that. Clear skill. He must have done that before. Here. Wait. Piece. Installation.
That was a funky noise.
He's confident.
I've done it before.
And there you go.
Ow.
Hey, if you want a piece of the 911, I don't know why you might want this. Maybe you want to put it on a wall somewhere, or you want to throw it in the trash. that's cool too. And you should go buy our merch. And whoever, you know, buys merch, you may get one of these in there. I'll put one in a random box. If you want a piece of the build, go buy some merch and you might be a lucky recipient if you consider yourself lucky to have one of these. I'll even sign it if you want. Now it's time for the hardest thing, and I've been putting it off because I'm genuinely scared to do it. And that is the headliner. It's that's the headliner, for those of you who don't know. The thing above your head. But we are going to replace it with something quite nice. I'll show you, let me grab it. The old headliner is just leather, but because the new seats are Alcantara, we got Alcantara headliner. It's just wrapped very well because they don't want it to get damaged, but I may damage it. Now the reason this is scary is because headliner is finicky, to say the least, and I don't know if I take it off if it'll ever go back the same. But I've also never taken a headliner off in my entire life before. But I have watched a YouTube video on how to do it, so hopefully that's enough. Let me get this unwrapped. This is all headliner. So we gotta get that in now. Well, first, I guess we gotta get the old one out. In most cars, the headliner is glued directly to the roof. But luckily for me, the 996 is different. The headliner is held in by clips, bolts, and springs that keep it tight so it doesn't flap around. This means that aside from taking the sunroof portion out, it's been fairly simple to uninstall. But like everything, taking stuff out is always easier than putting stuff back.
Okay.
Headliner, bro. Wow, this is
There's some goop in there, bro. Yeah.
Goodbye, headliner.
Nice.
Wow, that was, I'm actually surprised I was able to do that, but now we gotta figure out if we can get the new one in. Look at this thing, this is beat old 1999 style. This is the headliner. It does have a small hole in it. I don't know if that was my fault or a problem with shipping, but it's not the end of the world. Now I'm going to try to fit this flimsy piece inside the car. With Will's help, we're getting the new headliner pulled into place. And now all we need to do is reinstall all of the screws and adjacent panels that hide the seams.
Headliner, looking fantastic. Who doesn't love a little Alcantara in a nice car? We got the Alcantara on the seats, black steering wheel to match the seats, and the Alcantara headliner with the gray sunroof. It weirdly, in a kind of accidental way, has all tied together super nicely. My favorite part is how this black trim back here, I don't know if you noticed that, but the black trim matches the black steering wheel really well. And like everything just looks good.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I'm
really happy.
I'm pretty stoked.
I bought this car because it was my dad's dream car, which he sadly was never able to do before he lost his battle to cancer in 2019. Since then, I promised myself I would buy a Porsche 911 and build it into the ultimate tribute to my father, who is the reason why I love cars so much. Even before he was sick, my dad was always about seizing life to its fullest. He loved spending time traveling, skiing, biking, and literally anything else you can do in the great outdoors. So when we bought this car, I immediately knew what we had to do with it. Ever since I first saw the 911 Dakar, I knew it would have been the perfect car for my dad. But I simply can't afford a Dakar, so we decided to build our own, which was the start of the most amazing project in my entire life. Over the past year, me and my friend Will, with some help along the way, have been transforming what was once the cheapest Porsche 911 in the country into what my dad would have always wanted. The ultimate adventure Porsche. Starting with a completely stock 175,000 mile 1999 911 Carrera, this was no easy task. Like any car guy, before I even started to fix any of the issues with the car, I put on an extremely loud exhaust, which honestly sounded amazing. After that though, we realized it desperately needed some love. So me and Will decided to take this on ourselves, changing the fluids, plugs and coils, and motor mounts in my garage, which was a lot harder than we first thought it would be. But we learned so much that it was definitely worth it. Next, we added some cool interior mods from Renline and a sick rear ducktail from DTM Fiberworks. Also, a new head unit so we could actually listen to our own music. And then Will stole the car from me and surprised me by getting it wrapped in Ruby Star, a famous Porsche color my dad always loved. and it came out incredible. With all that done, we were finally ready to get down to the coolest part of the entire project, taking it from a regular 911 to the ultimate off-road sports car. Luckily, we had a plan. We drove down to North Carolina where we met with some of the coolest people in the car world and also some crazy parts for our car. Eurowise and Flat Out Suspension had a custom lift kit with rally suspension for us, and with a bit of modification, we got it all installed along with some custom off-road wheels from Nomad and some big off-road tires. But that wasn't the end of our journey. To honor the spirit of the entire build, me and Will decided that we were going to take the car from North Carolina and drive it out to Monterey, California for Car Week across the entire country. In just a week, we drove over 3,000 miles through some of the most incredible scenery in the entire world. And of course, did some off-roading along the way. Since I bought this car, my life has completely changed. The Captain Crankshaft channel grew hundreds of thousands of subscribers, became me and Will's full-time job, and has allowed us to buy more cool cars along the way. And because of this, I forgot to do something extremely important. Show the car to my mom. So today, that's what we're going to do, because nobody would know if my dad would have liked it better than her. So let's go surprise her with it and see what she thinks.
Seatbelts way back here for safekeeping.
We don't want to fly out.
Yeah, of course.
Unexpected.
Gotta keep it locked and loaded in the back. We are here at the casa of the mother. Gonna see what she thinks about old Pinky. God, this thing looks so cool. I love how this car came out. It looks so good. Even if she hates it, I like it.
All right, let's see what she thinks.
Oh, he locked and loaded that one up.
Oh gosh, Gilbert. Hey!
Gilbert!
Oh.
All complete.
Oh my God. Ah, you did it. Oh.
You like it?
Oh my, it's pink. It's
Come
like
check it out.
Barbie
Got
pink.
shoes
Are you
on.
doing a cross promo? Wow. Jackson and Will, so cute.
It's a little dirty.
Daddy would be so proud of you. And he'd want the car so badly.
I know.
Now he would be super jealous, but so proud.
It's fun.
Will, great job
Thank
too.
you. Shout out Will.
Oh. Do I get to drive it?
Yeah, you can drive it.
You can try.
It's a little bit.
You can definitely
I
try.
can take you for a ride first and show you all the like weird stuff.
Okay.
It's a little weird, and then you can try driving.
I can't believe you have a pink Porsche 911.
I know.
It
It's.
is
I would have never thought I would have
crazy
owned a Porsche 911.
Wait, look at the wheels.
Yeah, they're.
Oh my God.
They've been
And
a little.
how did you do this?
Oh, Will did that. Well, with Q. It's all like vinyl graphics to match our color combo, and then Will decided to do some white mirrors as a nice touch. It came out
Very,
great.
very nice. Color coordinated. I like it. I
And
like
somehow it lasted across the entire country.
Amazing.
So.
And maybe it'll get parked in my garage. Because you're holding on. You're holding on to this one.
Yeah,
right?
this one's staying around.
She's like, maybe I'll keep it.
Yeah.
No, I'm waiting for my Woody wagon.
Yeah, all right.
I think I mentioned.
Gonna keep getting reminded of that one.
yeah, that's gonna be. We gotta make that happen at some point. I'll take you for a spin first.
Okay. Does the door open?
The door opens from the outside.
It doesn't open from the inside?
No, it's just like the Aston Martin. We have a trend. Sorry.
Oh, wait, the door handles are very sexy.
Oh yeah, they're very cool.
Wow. Oh.
And then it's a little.
I feel like I'm in the mint, you know, the JetBlue mint seat where you can go back and take a nap.
Oh yeah, these are our JetBlue seats. You need 50,000 JetBlue points
Yes.
to ride.
Oh my God. Wait, how do you even? I couldn't
Well,
touch.
I mean that's further. That's further
Okay.
away. The pedals are a little bit closer, so hopefully you'll be able to drive. I think we'll see shortly. But let me take you for a ride first. There's a seat belt.
Oh, good.
So
Safety
that's
first.
safety. The only problem is the buckle, so it doesn't dig into your hip.
Oh my God.
Is all the way over here.
I'm too old to keep scooching myself.
I'll just buckle this. Now you can tighten it.
Oh wait, and what's this
Oh,
on the
that's
floor?
just a screwdriver.
Is that that's not how you start the car?
No.
Okay, good.
There was a point in time where we had to unlock the car with a screwdriver, but
Oh, I'm like Will. I'm the co-pilot.
Yeah.
I like it. Is this going to go up on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, so manual, you know how to drive manual.
I know how to
right?
drive
It's been a
manual.
while.
Of course, I
but
know how to drive manual.
You kind of got to like
give it a little bit more gas than you'd expect.
Okay.
The wheels and tires are a lot heavier than they
Yep.
were before.
Okay, I cannot begin to express how low I'm sitting in this seat.
It's comfortable though. It's like a big hug.
Yeah, that's one way to say it. Okay.
It's a little loud.
First, oh my, why do you like the loud?
Well, this car just happens to have a lot of sounds.
Okay. All of your cars tend to have a lot of sounds. Oh, it's not. It drives like a real car. Like you actually.
Yeah, it
fix
works.
this car.
It works. I mean, there's a lot of help from other people.
Yeah. Okay.
who are much smarter than me and Will, but we somehow managed to make a car function. So
Can I just tell you, this is like a little dream come true.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
I think he would have loved it.
He would. Oh, I'm
sad
gonna
he
cry.
can't be here to
I know.
see it.
Me too.
He would also want to take it from me.
And he would
but-
definitely take it from you. He would say, "Wait, I think I contributed to financially probably to most of these
all
parts."
that school.
That's right.
That has to result in a Porsche, right?
So what is it about guys in 911 Porsches? Like, what is the thing that makes you all? Well, I know you wanted this because of Dad, but like.
But there's a reason why.
Why do you think he wanted it so bad?
There's a lot of people who prefer Lamborghinis and Ferraris and like cars that are, I think, a lot more. They're like more like pieces of art.
Yeah.
But if you love driving, the 911 is like, it's honestly annoyingly good. Like it's too balanced. It's so balanced. It's so easy to drive. It's the only car that you could drive 3 hours to a racetrack.
Right.
Drive on track as hard as you want, and then it would still get you home.
Okay.
Porsches are understated. Yeah.
You like that understated flash. Although in pink, I'm just gonna throw it out
This
there.
one's not so
tiny
understated.
less understated.
But the thing with it is that, like, I feel like the 911 it's all it needs to be with no extras.
Right.
Like, it's just the perfect sports car. Like, they didn't need to make it so crazy. Where, like, I still love Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all those other crazy things, but
Yeah.
the Porsche just feels like a tool.
Yeah.
And it does its job so well. And there's no feeling like driving a 911. This one's, a little compromised because it's lifting up.
It's brought to you by Jackson and Will.
So there's always going to be a few little things.
Okay.
You want to try driving it?
I do. You want to pull over?
Up here.
Okay. I don't know if I can get out of the seatbelt.
I'm hoping you can reach the pedals. Hello, hello.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, it's not easy to get in and out of. Can you reach the
I want
pedals?
to fix my hair. Yeah, I can. Oh, I can.
Can you reach the clutch? Is that a good shoe for clutch?
Let's see. I
stuff?
think I would have done my bigger boots.
Just see if you can put the clutch
Oh
on.
yeah, I can.
Okay, well that's a miracle. Look at her feet.
I need like the super platform shoes.
Yeah.
I need my Porsche shoes. It's been a while. Don't judge. Oh, that's not.
Oh no, hey, you didn't stall. There you
Okay,
go.
well, just wait. Let's get out of first.
Not too shabby. Shit. Oh, it's like riding a bike.
Right? Like a pro, man. It's been some time. See, here's the thing about the Porsche. And maybe this is what you guys like. Like, you just feel every single thing.
Yeah,
It's a
this
good
one
thing.
maybe a little more than a stock one. This one, the modifications have again compromised the ride a
Okay.
little bit. We're gonna make some adjustments to it.
You know when you're driving and there's somebody slow going in front of you and you just see their little head over the steering wheel? That's what I feel like, a little granny.
This would be
I
a cool
have to
grandmother
literally
car.
have complete perfect posture to see over the steering wheel.
What do you
Wow.
think?
It's real. First of all, I think it just totally warms my heart that you have done this, that you have this, and I'm actually really impressed. No, it's amazing.
I'm glad
It's
you like
really
it.
great.
There is something that I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to is when you work on a car yourself, it's amazing when it somehow gets on the road and works, especially when you're at like highway speed, because then you're like, I put most of these bolts on,
Yeah.
so I better have done it right.
So really incredible thing is that when Daddy and I first got married and he wanted a Porsche 911 and he was like 30 something and I was like, oh my God, you kids, like. So then he got his little Prius and then he got his next Prius. But you aren't even 30 yet. Ooh.
That was bad having keys on the other side. Just turn it off and then turn it back on.
What's on the clutch?
Take it out.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. It won't start.
It's fine.
No, there's someone
I got it.
behind me.
Here, put your foot on the brake.
Yep.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh my God, wait. I'm gonna tell this guy to go around.
We'll figure it out. One sec. Well, I mean,
Okay.
well, it was going so well.
Everything was going so well. Famous last words.
That was funny. It's done that before, so I mean.
I've got this pointing at you, that's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I don't want to put Will out of a job.
You're doing great.
No one's better than Will, let's just be clear.
That's true. Will's the best.
Oh, this is amazing.
Here we are. We're
And
back
here we
in
are,
one
back
piece.
where we started. What?
Say subscribe.
Oh. Subscribe to Captain Crankshaft, you won't regret it.
That's the truth.